What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I am your host once again, OG Skate Show. And this is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. But first, I want to introduce the homies in the studio, the Couch Boys. Victor Castillo and David Peralta are in the house. And next, we get to our local skater of the week, Shawn Solomon. How's it going, man?
Doing good.
I'm glad to have you in the studio, man. It's cool to have you here and bless us with the story.
It was a fun drive over here.
All right.
I like this side of town.
All right.
No, I used to play shows over here.
All right, let's get into it. What city are you repping?
Nowadays, Redondo Beach.
Redondo
or
Beach?
Rat Beach. A lot of
Beach.
people call it. Because it's right after Torrance.
Makes sense. Never knew that.
Yeah.
All right, and where did you come from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up mainly from around Hermosa Beach, Torrance, Redondo, Manhattan. So yeah, like the South Bay bubble, as they call it.
South Bay bubble? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And how did you start skating?
So my dad, he's a surfer / skateboarder. He liked to cruise and bomb hills.
Sick.
So that I kind of would emulate him a little bit.
Of course. But
then also I was just around skateboarding because the vibe in the South Bay is very beach skate. Mm-hmm. I don't know how else to describe it.
Right.
Very beach skate.
Very beach skate. I'm sure the area you're in is just going to be, you're going to be drawn to it.
Yeah.
No matter what, I feel. Hell yeah, that's a good area to grow up in, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun.
Damn. So your dad was cruising around too, and
he used to like to build I guess we call them those pool shapes. The goldfish cracker shape.
Okay. That's the board.
Yeah.
The boards.
Well, no, it's not a type of board. It's just a type of shape.
Shape. Right.
Because he would change his board all the time and just kind of skate it.
All right.
But he was mostly a surfer.
Mm-hmm.
He liked to do longboard style surfing. Which
did you ever get into surfing yourself?
Oh yeah, I surfed for my high school when I was in high school. We had a surf team.
Damn,
crazy.
Okay, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No skate teams there, huh?
Oh no, there was a skateboard club.
Oh, all right.
And they were allowed to skate during lunch and for an hour after school.
All right.
With a company teacher who had a designated area.
Wow, that's kind of cool though. They actually gave you a spot to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they set up
Oh
ramps or phone boxes?
No, it was just
just coned off or something.
Yeah,
a little flat ground area.
Coned off flat bar and a box.
Oh, okay. Still got a little obstacle.
Yeah, the two obstacles, but we'd mostly sit around and just kind of go over the skateboard history, the culture.
Yeah.
It's very it's one of those things where you immerse yourself into it. It's more than just a hobby. It's more like a lifestyle.
A lifestyle, of course.
Skateboard lifestyle. I guess is how you would describe it.
Dope.
Dope.
And so you started skateboarding through your pops, pretty much. Do you remember the first time you started standing up? Maybe you started butt boarding. I don't know, but what got you hyped to actually keep going on it?
Probably because I started skating in 1996.
Okay.
So a lot of cool stuff happened in 96.
Yes.
Zero skateboards, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these movies and TV shows had skateboarding in it,
Okay. Cartoons started picking up on it.
Tony Hawk was on every other commercial. You
had
Did you
play the
Bart
video
Simpson.
game?
Yeah, I played the video game.
Of course.
And then what else? Oh, Toy Story, the Disney movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The villain was Sid,
Sid with the
right?
zero shirt,
with a zero shirt, right?
That was Sid.
How could I feel for me and my little group of friends or whatever, how could you not zero?
Yeah.
Right.
It was just advertised everywhere. The skull.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Are you goofy or regular?
I'm G Mongo.
G Mongo.
That's a new one.
That is a new one. Explain that to me, please.
So I'm G footed.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's been watching.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
And then I skate Mongo, which I get it. You know, a lot of people have the flack about Mongo style skating.
I was one of the guys that skated Mongo, but
but-
I didn't get the slack because I don't think anybody wanted to tell me.
I mean, people have told me here and there,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, I was never like bullied for it.
Right.
Because a lot of like my favorite skaters growing up also skated Mongo.
Okay.
You know, like Bill Danforth,
Okay.
Eric Dressen, and a lot of his early videos skates
Okay.
Mongo.
Okay.
So how was I supposed to know? I'm just copying that dude. And dude, Eric Dressen, salad grind, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some skaters like nowadays. Thiago, he skates Mongo switch and makes it look stylish.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of Mongo skaters are pretty good at like switch and fakie,
Yeah.
you know?
Thank you.
Which
thank you.
like, you know, for me, I skate like downhill, slalom, freestyle, and vert.
Okay.
So like fakie is like every other day is fakie.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because if you're gonna go back and forth on something, you better
Yeah.
know how to go backwards.
Yeah, Jeff Grosso used to call it the swing set. You know, like
Uh-huh.
that half pipe motion, just going back and forth,
Mm,
and just feeling for it.
feeling it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's how you learn it. I mean, pumping back and forth, and you know, you get to learn how, and then you kick turn, you do the other way,
Mhm.
and yeah, you start feeling the flow, and you get a groove going. It feels good.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's cool, man. Do you remember the first trick you learned besides like an ollie or shove it?
yeah. Probably 180,
180s.
like front side 180,
Mm-hmm. Those
and then half cab,
half cabs.
because I was like super obsessed with it,
Okay.
and like so so funny. But so I used to like wear the shoes, the half cabs, right?
Right. What, aren't you wearing them right now?
Yeah, I wear them right now.
Alright.
But like, as a kid, I used to like trick check people. Like if they were wearing half caps, I'd be like, "All right, can you do it?"
Yeah. Oh,
And they'd
okay.
be like, "What?"
Oh.
And I'd be like, "No, man, you do a half cap right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's like you're wearing half caps, might as well do
You-
it. half
You,
cap.
you can't do a half cap. You're rocking them."
Oh.
I'm like, Steve Caballero's probably crying somewhere because he knows that you're just rocking it as a poser.
Nah,
I don't know.
I think Steve Caballero's just fine with that fat checkbook he was getting with everybody rocking his shoes, bro. He said, I don't care, man. Keep buying my shoe. That's what I would say.
Nah,
But I
guess-
get it. I get it. From a
Yeah.
skater point of view,
Yeah,
I mean, I watched a bunch of people wear skate shoes in the early 90s because they were popular, and and I would look at their shoes and judge them because I'd be like, you don't even have an ollie mark on your shoe? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or, you know, like one of those things.
Well, I
But
mean, it's like the Janowskis.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wore them, and you know half of those people didn't skate.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Or the ice creams, man.
Yeah, ice cream.
Oh,
Remember ice
yeah.
creams?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that Pharrell, right?
Yep, Pharrell or
TK?
I had a pair of Terry Kennedy's, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a funny story how I got those shoes.
Let's hear
my,
it.
my first ones. I
Uh-huh.
was my parents owned a skateboard shop in the Galleria Mall.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back to that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
All right.
But basically, we were in the mall. It was a van store downstairs that was also a skate shop.
Yeah.
And then the Zoomies, who was across from us, so a skate shop. So we're battling between, you know, the two.
Right.
The mall skate shop,
Right,
whatever, right?
right.
And then
Still
the
a battle.
UPS guy, he brought the Zoomies box one day to our store
On
instead
the-
of Zoomies,
oops.
right? And
Oops.
it had you know, Zoomies logos all over it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Here you go, man." And I sign it. I'm like, "Are you sure these are mine?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, it has your address and everything." He walks away. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, "I did not order these."
Yeah.
So
Did you
then-
open the box?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Dude, there's like a bunch of shoes, shirts,
Mm-hmm.
skateboard wheels, bearings. Just me and like our employees just kind of shared it.
That's why I was wondering what we're gonna hear right now next. I was like, did you do the right thing and return the box?
Nah, dude. I found the shoes in my size. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy these.
Hey.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's why they got insurance for things because hey,
Yeah, dude, I
things
got that
like
box.
that happen. Things like that
So
happen.
you probably got someone's package.
Well, Zoomies package.
Zoomies package.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all insured.
yeah, dude.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they ordered it for one of their skaters, but guess
no,
what? They had
no,
to just
it's-
reorder
It's
more.
the mall, dude.
Yeah.
There's no skater going to the mall for
You
their
got blessed.
package.
You got blessed with
Yeah.
the package.
No, you never. Well,
Yeah.
you never know. Yeah, I would think that they would. Zoomies would literally send it to a person's house if they were sponsoring somebody.
Yeah.
My friends
know.
would giggle because, like, literally all the stuff that I kept out of that box
Mm-hmm.
were things that I would never pay for or
Right.
get caught riding or any of that stuff.
That's
you know,
kind of true. Yeah.
like I had this like super fresh. Was it the Kool-Aid Band DGK shirt?
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And my friends
Yeah.
would be like, "Man, you've never owned that in your life." I'm like, "Well, it's a
it's
nice
free.
shirt, bro."
It's free.
It's a skating thing. When you get something for free, you're like, I might
Oh, and
wear it.
those ice creams, perfect shoes. I freaking loved them.
Really?
I loved them. They were good shoes. Super good shoes. I wish they don't. Do they exist? They don't
No,
exist
I don't
anymore.
probably- Yeah.
They wouldn't
No.
have business.
Imagine if you still had them and never
Fuck,
rocked them.
dude.
Shit.
They're
Probably
clean.
It would have sold for a
They're
clean.
pretty penny.
A pretty penny.
Talking about packages, I'm working for FedEx, and one time I came across Day One Song's package, bro. His box. It
Yeah.
said Day One
His
Song,
box.
his address from Thank You Skateboards.
Yeah.
Like one day I was just wondering, like, what was this going to? And it said Day One Song. I'm like, dude, I'm holding Day One Song's package. Like,
He's right there. Remember his
Pause.
address.
I want to
Hear
give it
how
like
he
a
said
little,
that?
like.
He lives in
Yeah.
Pedro. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he
Torrance.
lives in
Yeah. But he used
Torrance,
to live like
but
in Rolling Heights.
We're not trying to give out his address on the show. You know what I'm saying?
give.
his
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
his
yeah, just
new
talking about
baby
packages,
is
yeah.
a week like younger than my smallest kid.
I have a photo with him and his lady were walking through. We're in Torrance skating, and he was walking down the street, and I got a photo with him, and you can see his baby's right there. I'm like, the meeting his kid and everything.
Yeah.
He's giving me bumps and shit. I'm like, wow, this is. And the one that took the photo was Victor Brooks, so I was like,
Oh shit.
so it was kind of like from the side. I was like, oh damn, he got some good photos.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Shout
tripping.
out Victor Brooks.
Shout out, yeah.
I always see Day One Song at Starbucks for some weird reason.
Starbucks.
Every Starbucks that I go to in like the South Bay, I'm always like, man, there he is again.
What's he ordering? Nah.
I have no clue, but I'm always stoked. I'm like, oh look, it's Day One Song
Yep.
at Starbucks.
He's like your Bigfoot, just pops up. Right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like it's a day one sighting.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, there's a lot of pros in my area that it's like that with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's his name? You know Rick Howard?
Yeah.
Oh,
He lives
yeah.
in South Torrance.
Okay.
And I used to clean pools as like a side gig.
To find pools? No.
Well, yeah, well, exactly. But I used to have to clean his pool.
Wow.
And I used to giggle because his like house is not skatable at all. It's like
Wow.
super zenned out. It's got
Right.
like bamboo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and, like giant rocks.
So he takes nothing of skateboarding home with him. So
No,
yeah,
it's total like his temple. You know.
that's dope.
He's
I
probably-
respect it.
He's probably one of those dudes that's all like, leave work at work.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. He was also never home
Yeah.
when I cleaned his pool, so I never got to meet him.
Oh, that would be
Which-
cool.
I always thought was funny. I'm like just at this dude's house, you know, like
Yeah.
I would go once or twice a week.
Wear like a girl shirt or something. He's like not there.
yeah, trying to get him to sign stuff. He's,
Yeah.
he's
I
out of
bought
the
some
country.
No, just leave it right there on his porch.
Yeah.
Can you please sign this from
I'll
the
be
pool
back
boy?
next week.
From the pool boy.
Yeah. No, it was when like 4-Star was like super popping. You know, like they were probably going on road trips like every once a month or every 2 months. So he was never home, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I had
That's
fun.
cool. Cool. Did you find any pools being on the job like
Oh,
that
yeah.
were skatable?
Yeah, mostly in like Palos Verdes area or like Carson.
Okay.
A lot of nice shaped pools over there.
All right.
Because that Carson community that still has pools, right? They're like World War II era families that have been there, you know, maybe 4 or 3 generations.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're the people who are like barely holding on to their properties.
Yeah.
But they have like the sickest stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they're keeping it low.
Nothing's been tampered with.
Yeah, exactly.
And modified.
That's why we take for granted all the condos we see everywhere. You know, because at one point, like, this used to be all grass.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There used to
There's
be a
so
deer walking by every 20,
we used to
40
have,
minutes.
Like
There's a deer.
yeah,
No,
right
I'm
there
just kidding.
outside. Right outside. Well, I would say yeah. I never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they before they built condos out in the front over here, it just used to be like a little cool area, like just all dirt. But now they figured out a way to fit condos right there. I can't believe it, but they did.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're putting them everywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, land is just being taken up day by day. But it'd be cool, like if there's like maybe I don't roll through there, but you know maybe if there's like a skate spot in there, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know if somebody built a perfect spot and we don't even know it's right under our noses.
I like those, what's it called? Those underground parking garages.
Yeah.
Always have nice skate spots in them.
Those
Usually
pretty,
like a little mani pad, little area.
and the ground's usually pretty nice and slick,
Yep.
you know.
Mhm.
So,
Just the noise, you know.
have you been to Fullerton
I
Underground?
was about to say that one.
I have not.
Fullerton, I think you would dig Fullerton, man, because it's all old school.
What you just described, Fullerton has all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you go there at night too,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll
Lit
catch
up.
a herd.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. You'll
Oh.
catch a herd of skaters there all night long.
That's
Sometimes
rad.
they'll bring a rail, sometimes they'll bring a fun box. You know, it just
Mhm.
depends who's there, and like Sundays you can catch like Ronnie Krager there sometimes. You know, just skate up and
That's
you know
sick,
James
dude.
Craig, you know, a couple of them dudes, and even sometimes you know Jeremy Ray will be
It's
there
a
too.
OG
You know,
spot.
so
Sick. Support
So,
your
yeah.
local crew right
for
there.
sure, man, for sure. So, man, that's dope, dude. Everything that's going on, and then I kind of want to get back to saying that your parents owned a skate shop.
Yeah.
Dude, let's get into that. Dude, that's fucking rad.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine if, like, did you have stuff available to you, like, whenever, or did they make you,
Oh,
like,
I had to
learn
work for it.
work for it?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I would think,
Well,
right?
I guess to rewind a little bit further.
Okay.
So, middle school is when, for me, it's when the Lords of Dogtown movie came out,
Okay.
right? I don't know, not the documentary,
That
Right.
actual-
but the actual with the actors, right?
Right.
And when that movie came out, it was like me and my 3 friends who skated. They were like, "Oh, hey, you skate, so you guys are good, right?" And then like we had to be good
Yeah.
because everybody was staring at us,
Oh, okay.
you know. And then eventually we're good, and then like it's chilling. We're all of us have our own little shop sponsors.
Okay.
And my parents, my mom, she always wanted to open up like a kids' clothing store
Okay.
because you know I'm the oldest of 6.
Okay.
So she's very like, you know, putting it forward to the youth oriented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she wants
Shout
not
out to
only
moms.
yeah, exactly, not only for like us to have something to like look up to or look forward to, but for every generation to look
Right.
forward to, you know. So she wanted to create like that safe space for me, which was that skate shop, which was it was called Little Monsters, and it was
Dope.
like a punk rock psychobilly like skate shop.
Right.
You know, like everything from like all the cool skate brands that usually I was the one like, hey man,
This is what's up.
this one, you know.
Right. Right. Because you
Yeah.
knew you're a kid.
Yeah.
You knew it was cool.
And then like we'd have like awesome punk rock music playing in the background, which was so funny because there's like a Zoomies in them, or not
Yeah,
a
you're
the
still in the mall,
Zoomies,
right?
But there was a Hot Topic across from us, like we could see each other
Mhm.
through the doorway. You know, they'd be blasting like whatever music, and then I'm sitting here with like Dead Kennedys on, like, well, what's up?
Yeah.
Like my music can cuss, can yours?
Oh,
I didn't think so.
I didn't think
sorry,
so.
Sorry, bro. You're not on this level. Stop
Yeah.
trying. And then,
Stop trying to be us.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do, but they, of course, they have to be corporate and they can't be,
Yeah.
you know, 100%, legit.
I think they're owned by Disney now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No
Now
wonder,
they
no wonder
could-
the store sucks now.
Well, Disney's pretty wicked if you
Oof.
think about it. Shit.
Dude, they own everything. They
Dude,
own everything.
Yeah, they have a monopoly over things right
I
now.
walked into Hot Topic not too long ago and I was like, this is not the Hot Topic I remember.
You went to Hot Topic? Why does that not surprise me?
I was bored. I
Jesus Christ, I was bored. He was looking for some hair ties.
Oh man, no, I feel like you know, like early 2000s Hot Topic had decent stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
Studded belts.
you can go in there and you're like, okay, I got my Cannibal Corpse, my Slipknot. You know,
Oh,
and
okay.
you see the list,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, these are the bands that are not on the radio, but they're on the wall. So
Yeah.
like, you know, this place might be legit. And then like I want to say 2008.
Yeah, that sounds
When
about right.
2009, when like everyone's market started crashing, that's
Yeah,
when
oh,
you
yeah.
when you saw the wall change. It would be like, you know, a TV show T-shirt or like an anime, like
They're
little
trying to
stuffed
find
animal.
Whatever happened,
Yeah.
whatever
You know.
will sell now.
Or I'd go in there sometimes. I'd be like, so you got a Black Flag T-shirt, maybe? You know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying Black Flag is pretty popular.
Right.
You know, like everybody has a tattooed on them somewhere around here. Like I could probably go to like
Couple of
4
black bars and
ugly
what's
people
up.
and be like, "Hey man, you got a Misfits tattoo?" And I'm pretty sure they got it. You know.
Hey, that's true.
But you know, you go to Hot Topic, you say, "Hey man, you got a Misfits shirt?" And they're like, "No, we didn't do that." I'm like, "Oh, but you got like an Avenged Sevenfold shirt?" Like what? Like where is the line, man?
No. I used to be able to find some rare shirts in there too. I found a Joy Division shirt there one time of their first album. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You can't find this anywhere else.
They got lucky on one day, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
High school
But
days, high
how
school
long?
days.
How long did Little Monsters last?
2006 to 2012.
2012. Okay.
Because towards 2010, my parents' business was doing really well, so they decided to open up a second store in downtown LA, and in the fashion district.
Okay.
Off of it was 11th and Wall in downtown LA, and that store, they both did pretty well. And the only reason why it doesn't exist is because my parents divorced.
Oh.
Yeah, they're starting to get tired of each other.
Yeah, they're working too hard, and yeah. Well, and then what happens? They just split it in the.
Yeah, and so everything gets liquidated. Mine is mine. No one wants to share.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It happens.
It
yeah.
happens. It happens out there, man.
Nothing bad with it.
No,
You know,
but
they're both doing really nice for themselves, and
good to
they're
hear.
moving on.
that's
you know?
good to hear. That's
Do
good to
you-
hear.
Do you know if like the shop had any team riders or anything like running for the skate shop?
Oh, we had a bunch.
Do you remember any of them?
Like off the top of my head,
Like any big names that are still doing it right now, or just like skaters that came and disappeared?
most of the dudes who were on our team, they kind of like ended up doing like lifer jobs or going into trade schools. But like for example, like Kevin Staub used to like rock our pants because we were like probably one of the only local places that had like skinny jeans
Right.
that were different colors.
Yeah.
For adults?
I could see that guy doing that.
You know,
Yeah.
So like we were the spot.
That's
Or
sick.
a lot of famous musicians used to go in there all the time. Like the singer from Fishbone used to buy our hats because we had these like really sick derbies. Same thing with like the dude from the Attics used to come by.
Monkey?
Yeah, he used to come by and just grab hats.
One of my favorites, Monkey.
Yeah, because he probably lost a hat every show. I think.
Yeah. If he's jumping in the crowd.
It's
or
his
something,
story,
yeah.
right? You know, it's gone. But you know, they get like a case of hats. And
That's
there
cool.
you go.
That's cool.
But it's a South Bay. It's small but big. You know.
Right.
A lot of people, random people live there. Like what's his name? That actor who did Ghost Rider.
Oh, you're talking about what's his
Nicolas Cage. Yeah. So like his nephew was on the wrestling team in my high school, so he used to come to the wrestling meets. You know.
That's kind of
really
cool.
random.
Really random. Just having a celebrity in the crowd. That's
Just
dope.
another normal person, man.
Normal
Yeah,
person.
I
Just a
went
human
to
being.
I went to 2 high schools. I went to North Torrance High School, and then I went to South Torrance High School
Okay.
because this kid tried to steal my skateboard, and we got into a little fight.
Oh, so you had to change schools?
Yeah,
Damn.
but at North, there's a lot of like nostalgia because I was like one of the first freshmen to be on the surf team as a varsity surfer.
Oh, sick. 'Cause
You know.
had skills?
I don't know,
How did it-
just having fun.
Just having fun out
Yeah,
there.
just having fun, you know.
That's
I mean, it's
dope.
super low funding, by the way. It's not like they
Right.
don't have money to throw.
Right.
Because like North Torrance is more like lower middle class, you know, like it's not like hood where there's like homeless people and graffiti everywhere.
Right.
But at the same time, most of these families, they're like I said, they're either 4th or 3rd generation people, or they live in one of those apartments, you know,
Yeah.
which those people they're sharing money, saving money, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, they got big families. I grew up in a big family. You know, Wee Man
out.
went to my high school.
Oh, sick.
yeah.
No way.
Jason
what,
Acuna,
Jason
what
Acuna.
high school did you go to?
North Torrance High School.
Yeah.
We got to meet him a couple of times because he was sponsoring the little homie Bash for a little while on his little company.
Yeah.
That was rad. No,
Yeah.
he's cool. I
Yeah.
think he's probably one of the reasons why I fell in love with like Dogtown skateboards, or up until like 2010 or 11. Like I used to only ride Grind King trucks. You know?
Okay.
And then they went out of business, and I was like, oh,
Now
Well-
I gotta find something new.
I guess I'm going to Indy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Ah,
I rock indies.
they actually, they just brought Grand King trucks back.
Okay.
So, back in the Grand King grind, I got a set coming in the mail.
Sick.
I'm just waiting for them to come out with bigger sizes because I think
Yeah.
right now the biggest size they have is called they're 6, but it's a 8.75
Okay.
for those who,
Alright.
who ride that side.
Let's get
We're
these
talking
done.
about a
Grand King trucks.
Grand King. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because
You said 825 or something like
no,
that.
so the biggest size they have is an 8.75.
8.75. Okay.
8.75, and that's they have. You remember those tail devils?
I didn't ride.
Did you ride tail devils?
I didn't really ride
No?
Grand Kings. Nah.
No. This is a skateboard accessory.
Oh.
Is that the little,
With the
little
sparks?
sparkies? Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so they came out with a truck with the sparks like on it.
Sick.
It's just hilarious.
Like everything like flint, like it was like a
Yeah.
giant flint.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds fun.
So as you were grinding, you were just sparking away, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
I have a set coming in the mail. I'm like super stoked.
Oh man,
Hey, dude.
I hope
I'm
I see
like-
a clip, man.
I'm like that little kid who's all like, ooh, I
Yeah.
should do like a night video part with just
Of
these
course.
tricks.
Of course. And
You know?
do those trucks last, or do they have like just a certain area until they burn out, or what?
They're built to last.
But I mean, like built to like keep firing off like
Yeah.
sparks.
Yeah, because I
Sick.
think it's so if you like let's say this is like the top of the
Right.
truck, right?
Right.
It's built in like the covers.
Oh,
so
okay.
Not really the breaking Vulcan points of the truck,
Mhm.
but just like the top layer.
That's sick.
And then once it's
I wouldn't mind
gone and
having some of
you
those.
ride it out, you're good.
Yeah,
it's
sick
just a
ass.
normal truck.
Sick ass crooked grind with a bunch of sparks coming out.
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
5-0
Dude.
grinds.
Early 2000s, great time for skateboard like gimmicks.
Oh, dude, the greatest.
Gimmicks.
Zero just made a glow in the dark board. I just saw the ad for it not too long ago.
Dude,
How are you gonna get that?
back in the yeah right days, I had the girl one.
Okay.
The glow in the dark one.
Yeah.
I think I remember that one.
Uh-huh. I also had, I think Zero made one during that time too.
I would have
Because
got it.
every kid at my school was like, hey man, is that the Yeah Right board? And it was the Zero one. It was
Mm.
just super bright green.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
nah, this is a Zero board. They're like, nah, dude, that's that invisible board from that one fucking
Ah,
clip.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember that. I love that video. Man.
That gap,
Obviously,
man.
I have the
I forgot.
Yeah.
VHS
I
right there.
forgot what I was telling the other day. I was like, let's make an invisible skateboard thing just for fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Or,
I mean,
Tony Hawk did that fake hoverboard clip.
what
Oh,
about
yeah.
what about the ramp is green? I mean, you could probably disappear the ramp.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
I was
Make it
actually
look
thinking
like
about
Yeah.
make it look like you're floating in the air.
Yeah.
the invisible ramp. I'm down.
Technology.
You know what I mean? Yes,
I
sir.
blow my mind everything. Well, I was showing you. I made those deep fakes earlier.
Yeah.
hmm
You got to find somebody to do like an invert real quick, just invisible invert. He just
Ooh.
looks like a handstand.
Yeah.
We could bring Jesse, sick ass
We got him. We got the people.
Yeah, dude. Support your local community, bro.
Support. Come
Yeah.
support and be on the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How about, dude? We've been on the pretty much of like question number 3 for a long time.
My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Interesting.
It's all good.
Yeah, dude.
Like
1996
I want to get
until
back
today
to
is
like
such-
how about a
so
skate
long.
crew? Did you have a skate crew growing up? I'm sure.
Yeah.
You want to give them a shout out, like any of the homies back in the day?
So when I was in middle school, like I said, I had my solid 3 homies. We didn't have like a crew name,
Right.
but we were basically like the Dogtown of our school.
Sick.
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 Because up until I was 18, I was a long-haired, hippie kid.
Okay.
Because my dad was a surfer.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had fucking hair all the way down to my nips, and
Yeah.
everybody would be like, "It's Tony Alva," and I'm
Oh.
like, "Well, first off, I am black, so no, I'm not Tony Alva." And secondly, like he's got like that jerk persona. I'm more like the quiet, like Jay Adams persona.
Okay.
That's the other kid, that guy over there who always winning castle contests.
Yeah.
He's Tony Alva. not me.
I love how everybody growing up as a kid, you always be like, no, I'm like Tony Hawk, and
Yeah, yeah.
no, you don't skate like Tony Hawk. How are you gonna be Tony Hawk?
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean? It's like one
exactly.
of those things,
Yeah. No,
Dude, I got dropped right into using Stacy Peralta just because of my last name.
Wow.
Yeah.
And right away, it's just Peralta.
Yeah, everyone.
Didn't somebody ask you yesterday if Peralta was actually your real name?
Yeah, they were asking me, is it actually on your driver's license? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's I can show you.
I was not tripping.
I think that's why I get super jealous of like the late 70s, early 80s skate park like membership cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
they have the card with their face on it, their name, and it says like, you know, Big O or Marina
Right.
Del Rey Skate
Yeah.
Park or whatever. You know,
Yes, sir.
I'm like, man.
Too bad they
like-
don't have stuff like that to make it legit for us nowadays.
Well,
Like,
the Cove does it.
does it?
Yeah, in Santa Monica.
Okay.
The Santa Monica Cove does it. And then, like, when I was a kid, it was Wilson Skate Park in Torrance.
Okay.
It was this wooden park that they had for a little bit, but then, you know, weather
Yeah.
plus
Right.
wood.
Right.
Not
Nah.
not
Yeah.
best friends. Not
Yeah.
best
Trust me,
friends.
trust me. This you know, we had all that rain this year, man. I
Yeah.
had to get a super thick, you know,
Tarp.
tarp for
yeah,
this
yeah.
damn thing to try to save it.
Now try, imagine like a whole, like,
A skate park.
big skate park
Yeah.
made out of wood.
You can't
like-
cover everything. It's not gonna
Derps,
And,
you know?
and then if you're close to the beach, you get that morning dew
Yeah.
that comes in and just
Yeah, it's
Oh,
that
if you're
salt
close to the beach,
atmosphere that just
everything
eats it.
just eats
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like acid to everything. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Ah.
not a good investment. But then, like, nowadays, dude, parks are popping up like candy.
Oh, dude.
That's why kids are so good nowadays.
Yeah.
They got their
They really
playground.
do.
Just this year, my city of Redondo that I live in, we got a skate plaza
Mhm.
and then a park right on the pier.
It just opened. I just
Yeah.
started seeing a
So we
bunch of
have two
photos come out.
parks.
Wow.
like,
I gotta go
Why do
check
we
that
need
out.
two parks?
What-
Yeah,
what?
one park.
I actually know that laid the concrete there.
Yeah.
I'm good friends with her, and her husband was the one that laid the concrete there. And they've laid a lot of concrete for a lot of cities. Like they're doing that. They did that one, and they're also doing the New Hemet one popping
Oh,
up.
that's rad.
Yeah.
No, I giggle because, like, I don't know if, like, Channel Street was closed for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, like, they were trying to pull a fast one with the city of, you know, or the citizen of San Pedro. They're like, well, if we build this park, we can tear down this one, right? And everyone was
They're
like,
like,
no, we can both.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
the skater made one and you guys made one.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're
Yeah.
different. You know, and
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
you
but
got- you got
but they
different
both are
obstacles.
vert, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, they're different.
They're
Two totally
different.
different skate parks.
For sure.
You know?
Two different feels.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, now Redondo has two different skate parks.
That's cool.
You know, one's like I call the new pier one the half pipe with shit in the center
Mm-hmm.
because it's literally like two big banks, and then there's like, you know, the pyramid, the gap to whatever.
Is that the Raleigh Park?
Oh no, it's on Redondo Pier,
It's at the pier,
Oh,
actual
okay,
pier.
'cause
the actual pier.
And
It's
there's Redondo with the Raleigh Park too, no? Like it's in Redondo Beach.
Raleigh Park is Gardena.
Oh, Gardena. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Hey, Gardena has two parks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Raleigh and South Park.
I've heard about something. I haven't been yet.
That one is like a bank with stuff on top of it. So picture just, you know, like a
Yeah.
big rectangle bank, right?
Right.
It's pretty mellow. It's maybe 4 feet,
Okay.
maybe 4.5 feet, you know, deep. That's it. But
Yeah.
like super easy, like all levels can skate it type of deal. And then just, you know, random mani pad here, little box ledge here. There's like a 5 there, I believe, on one side.
What's the park that's out there that has the red boxes, like the red ledges? I think it's I think it might be Hermosa. I'm not sure. It's real tiny.
Yeah, it could be Hermosa. That's another half pipe with shit thrown in the
Yeah,
center of
yeah.
it. I think that was the first half pipe with shit thrown in the
Yeah,
center.
that's one of them.
Jeez.
You know, and dude,
This
Hermosa,
one, they
no one
didn't know how to-
skates that.
They didn't know how to make parks back then yet, huh?
It's like a hidden little spot though. Like if you don't know about it, like you would
Yeah.
go right past it.
Well, yeah, well, with the Hermosa one, right? It's another membership park, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be fully padded, and then they're only open like after school,
right.
and you know, until the lights come on.
Mhm.
So you're like, who's there?
Yeah.
Like, what a waste of taxpayer money to just have a
Exactly.
park where no one uses it, or
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like they've done that a few times again.
Irwindale.
Yeah.
I got ticketed just from skating from the parking lot to the bathroom.
Oh,
What?
wow.
I skated from my car to the bathroom, ended up with a $1,000 ticket.
Damn.
What?
Trying to fight it too, they bumped it up just because I tried to fight it.
What?
Yeah,
That's
It-
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
you're
a-
wasting their time.
it's a waste of a good skate park because it got some nice big bowl. It has an 8 stair, a 6 stair.
You look at all the money it took to build the thing in the first place, you know?
Right.
Like, it's not cheap to build, like, a concrete skate park,
No.
you know? So, like, why not just utilize your community and, like, let people skate it?
Right?
Right.
I mean, there's...
But it's so ridiculous to have somebody get a ticket from just going to the bathroom. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what the skate park we went to yesterday with the Memo Park, right? And Memorial Park.
The Azusa one?
Azusa,
Azusa.
and I seen a bunch of signs. Like, I mean, they didn't even hide it. They said they had signs everywhere: no skateboarding, no skateboarding, no skateboarding. Like, and I was skateboarding through the hallway, going, "Damn, am I safe right now?" Because I was skateboarding,
Oh.
but I have to go to the restroom. I have to find the bathroom. I
Yeah.
took a long drive over there.
Yeah, you're trying to just real
Yeah,
quick
so I
pop
was
and
like
go.
trying to pop. I find the homies. I go, "Where's the bathroom?" They're like, "Around the corner, way over there." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go to get it, but once I start skating around and notice that there's
Yes.
nobody there really enforcing rules, you know. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Back in the day, they used to. I remember when I was going there as like a youngster. They used to always be the dude right there standing there with the loner helmets,
Yep.
watching the park.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I bet that
That's-
they probably would have, like, that's why they put no skateboarding. They want you to walk from your car, and then you can't get on your skateboard until you get into the park.
Yeah.
It's like, who does that?
Just a bunch of people trying to waste
Yeah,
time.
who
I don't know,
does that? I mean-
man. This messed up.
Right?
No, you
It's like, no,
You-
I
you
get out
build-
of my car. I'm like, I gotta get going.
you build these spots for your community, so you should let your community use it. You know?
Right.
Right?
I mean,
Right.
there are hooligans everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you
They
know,
were there yesterday.
people tagging, people smoking, people drinking, high
Yeah.
school kids, middle school kids, grown ups.
Yep.
You know, like those people, they're a part of our society and our lifestyle,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah,
we
that's-
all have to live together.
But that doesn't mean like that. What 15% shouldn't account for the
dictate.
whole circle, you know?
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
But
that's
unfortunately, that's how people
Perceive us?
perceive everything. Like,
Yeah.
with gun laws, like there's a few bad apples out there, and all of a sudden now everybody's got to get their stuff taken away, and or vice versa. You know, or skateboards like
Yeah.
there's a couple bad apples out there, and then all
And
of
then
a
there's the
sudden
Olympics.
now there's rules. You know, and there's rules for a person that's over 18 that should be responsible for whatever
Himself,
happens
yeah.
to them and
Yeah,
their own
that's-
self.
yeah.
You know, but yet no, they go, no, you gotta wear a helmet. I'm 43 years old. You're gonna tell me I gotta wear a helmet
Dude, the only people
and a seatbelt? Ugh.
The people who wear helmets nowadays are what? Under the age of 10,
Yeah.
right?
Or they're the gnarly vert skaters.
Or the gnarly verts? Yeah.
Skating the mega ramps
Hey,
and stuff.
hey man, those guys they
Or
need
Andy
that helmet,
Anderson.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I would not want to jump over one of those things without a helmet.
Yeah, dude. I wear knee pads. I get it.
But I do like that Andy Anderson wears it all the time, and then for him, it's like when he takes it off, no one knows who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
So he goes, oh, I can walk around Venice all day without the helmet. No one knows who I am. And then as soon as I put it on, they'll it's like, oh, dude, what's up? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, he made the helmet cool again.
Yeah,
He
no,
did.
definitely.
No, he rocked it the way he wanted to
He's
rock
got
it,
like
and I gotta respect
the
it.
cool metal flakes on his helmet
Yeah.
too.
Oh, he got a sick ass paint
Sick.
job on that damn thing.
Sick.
Ooh. That's because he's gotten some sponsors and they hooked him up.
Well, you know.
And then people love what he's doing. I'm sure that maybe that paint job came from somebody that just goes, "Hey, I could just hook you up."
The dude who did his helmet also does refurbished
Old school
skateboard.
boards?
Yeah.
It's the same dude that I follow. Then that
Yeah, the
that- it's not-
metallic, whatever.
metallic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, those boards are so they look like car paint jobs.
Yeah, on a
boards.
skateboard.
Some Big Daddy Roth Fink stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I mean, flakes.
mhm.
Oh, they're
Butter.
beautiful,
Butter.
beautiful board. I don't even want to ask how much one of those costs, bro. Fuck.
They're not. They're under 200, but over 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's not too bad because I was picturing $1,000 at least.
No, I don't think so.
Huh? I gotta figure out.
I got-
maybe that could be.
I have a buddy who has he got the Eric Dressen one done for him with the hands, the Dogtown one.
Do you have to provide your own board then, and then he redoes
I
it?
believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because he's done some of the newer boards too. Like, I think he did the Powell Peralta Metallica one
Yeah.
most recently. Don't quote me on
Yeah.
it. I'm not an expert
Anybody
in
out
this
there,
topic.
Go search it out if you
You know,
want to check out what he's
put it in
doing.
the comments,
It's
you know.
good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that whole like rebel with a cause thing is a part of skateboarding. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. How about a local skate park growing up, or even today?
So as a kid, I started off at Hermosa Beach Skate Park.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried to go to Wilson Skate Park in Torrance.
Okay.
That was a wooden one. Didn't last very long.
That's that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But when I started skating at Hermosa, I was not good. Not good. I was like barely trying to survive with these big sharks,
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like the little fish in the pond.
Right.
And you're trying to get out of everyone's lay, but you're trying to learn.
Of course.
And so I just stuck to they had this little flat bar there.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my friends only did that every time we went.
Love a flat bar.
And then we went to Wilson, and there was this big scary pool, and then there's this half pipe. We all stuck to the half pipe,
Okay.
And then Channel opened,
Okay.
and I skated Channel for a very long time, and I also skated Veterans in Carson, so I would hop between both of those, and I was one of those kids where my parents, they could have drove me, but I like to travel, so
Okay.
I busted everywhere.
That's cool.
Me and my buddies
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh, you got $1? I got $3. All right, we're going to
Sick.
a couple different spots today."
That's cool.
know?
That's cool. That's an adventure as a kid, man. And,
Yeah.
and how old were you, would you say, at that time? Because I now as a parent, I'm sure you probably wouldn't think about letting your kids go like that with a couple bucks.
Nah, I
as far as-
wish.
You wish they would.
I wish, dude. No, I feel like especially with my own kids today, they get so attached to being home,
Right.
especially because you could use COVID as an excuse, but even
Right.
before COVID, they're
Right.
like,
A bunch.
I just want to, play on my PlayStation for a couple hours.
Right.
And his homie is in his ear the whole time.
Yeah.
You
He's
know?
like, I don't
Yeah.
gotta go anywhere. My friend's right here.
Yeah, he's in my ear. You know?
Oh yeah.
Or-
They're killing a bunch of people from
Mhm.
across the country.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And I'm like, bro, just go outside.
Outside.
You know?
There's fresh air.
You know?
It's like, if you really want to know how it feels, here's a paintball gun.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, shoot your brother real quick.
No, dude, my oldest, we always got him Nerf guns.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Those are fun.
Not as gnarly. But
Right,
those
but-
things still hurt kind of.
Hey, you
They
get into
can,
some good
yeah.
little
They could-
Nerf
they-
battles with those.
Yeah.
You can poke somebody's eye out
Some
with that.
safety glasses. See, yeah, he knows what's the thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oakley, if you're listening, we need some safety glasses.
Yeah,
Mhm.
get all the cool sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Be a professional nerfer.
Trying to work on a Cerveza sponsor,
Oh, well, that's
local
why
brewery.
That's why we have the koozies until they start paying us. Then we'll start advertising.
Yeah.
But we're still new to this, so
Nah.
you never know.
Nah, somebody's watching. Hey,
Somebody's watching.
Hey, you in the comments.
I know
Hook
if
us-
you're a local
hook 'em
skater
up,
and you
bro.
work for Miller Lite, let them know.
Hey, we'll take a case every 4 months.
Whatever.
But, it's
Take
not
a
too
few
bad.
beers. If you see how much I purchased, you should send me more.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they probably have them on the best customer list.
I got bags of empty cans out there I need to turn in.
Who was who mentioned last time PB they got a whole package of pads?
Oh,
and
that
they
was
could've
the
drinking?
nightclub. They got
Nightclub.
Nightclub and they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
figured out.
I had a buddy when I was fresh out of high school. He's a famous photographer. His name's Finko. Yeah, Hiko Fink is his name,
Okay.
right? And he gets 805 beers, or he used to get a lot back in the day.
Mhm,
So then every time I was around him, I'd be like, "Oh, here's another 805. There's another one." I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess this is my drink now.
Yeah. Well, I was getting because back in the day, R.I.P. Jonas, he was working actually for Guinness, and he would just give me cases of beer. He's like, "Hey, Skacho," he'll open up his trunk. He'll be like, "Take a case." I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah.
All right. I kept one that he gave me. Usually it's up here. It's behind this photo right here. But yeah, I kept one just because that was from the homie. You know what I mean?
That's rad.
But yeah, I had a beer sponsor for a second.
Yeah, during my parents' Little Monsters era, we used to be right next door to Body Armor, the drink,
Yeah.
and we'd get a case all the time. We'd be float 2 or 3 cases for all those hardworking
Dope.
dudes at our warehouse.
That's pretty sick.
Because we did a lot of shipping and receiving overseas
Yeah.
too.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fun times.
Good times. Good times. Pretty much, you already answered kind of you did have a local shop, which was your parents, but any other local shops besides after that?
After the decline of my parents' shop, it was South Bay Skates in North Torrance.
Okay.
And then after a while, we just have different ideologies. So now I'm with Soul Performance Skate Shop in Gardena.
Okay.
Yeah, it used to be a skate shop in North Redondo. And then like right before the pandemic, they moved from North Redondo to Gardena. And they're pretty cool. They've been around for, actually this year is their 30th anniversary.
Okay. That's
And,
not bad. Yeah, that's a long time to be in business.
Mark Brogue, he's a surfboard shaper. And he custom makes surfboards right in the shop.
Oh.
He also really, really cool, dude. You could learn how to shape boards with him. He'll teach you.
Damn.
And
That's pretty badass.
he also gives surfboard lessons.
Yeah.
And
I tried surfing one time.
dude, it's an all around. It's an awesome place. It's good vibes, you know. Like even like the skate area. Like I give skateboard lessons there, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it goes back with like I'm a dad, man. I am not gonna be pro. I've accepted that in my life, you know. But then I've also never tried.
Right.
You know, I'm all about like I like to go and like grow with a group.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I like the whole feeling and the vibe of like having a posse be with me.
Of course.
You know, like I want to share it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to just be me. You know.
Right.
Even like
I don't even like skating by myself anymore because of the, like I need that vibe. I need the homies, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm both. I'll skate with headphones and with the large speaker.
Okay. Answered my next question.
My bad.
No. This is all good.
It's cool because it's all flowing.
Yeah, it's flowing perfectly. Where it's almost like you watch the show.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, man. So you like to bump the ears, put the earpieces in.
Yeah,
or whatever.
occasionally.
I usually keep just one, but just so I can hear what's going on.
Oh no, I don't do two. It's just one.
Just one, yeah.
Especially because, dude, freaking scooter kids, man.
They're so quiet and they're sneaky and they could turn on a dime.
I've had some crazy run-ins with some scooter kids. Like, and it's funny because it's like, as an adult in my 20s, like I used to be so pissed. I used to be like, hey man, like for example, Alondra, right? Alondra has like this bank, and everyone goes in and out one side, just one side, right? And like you go in, the scooter kid comes in on the other side, and you're like, all right, man, go left, and I will go right, and we'll be fine.
Right.
But nope, he's
They don't know.
He's doing his thing, and I can't tell you that. I've close hangered like four scooter kids. Like just,
Jesus.
I'm like, I'm not gonna move, bro. I'm over it.
I'm over it.
Like,
it's over.
like
You're gonna learn today.
you're screwed.
Yeah.
We
You're gonna
both
learn.
screwed, but
Yeah.
you more screwed.
Yeah.
Because I could take this fall.
Yeah. I usually, if I run into somebody, I feel bad, but usually
You do the bear hug?
I do the bear. I try not to let them fall.
Yeah. I do the bear hug. I let it through.
I had an incident.
But they're gonna know that they fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
I had an incident one time where some kid clotheslined straight into my butt cheeks.
Oh, damn.
It came from behind me, and I just see two little legs flying under my feet, under my legs. And I was like, poor kid. I had swamp ass.
Oh no. Nah, dude.
No one wants to be a part of that.
No, I don't hate on scooter kids. I mean, I used to hate on scooter kids, but I guess nowadays I've learned to just be like, well, they can exist.
Yeah.
Right.
But their parents have to teach them how to just share. Like common courtesy share.
The problem is that
Pay attention.
Like I noticed with the kids that they sometimes like there'll be like 5 or 6 of them, and they all try to do that. They all go.
They go in a line.
They go in a line and they do their thing.
Follow the leader.
Yeah, exactly. They follow the leader, and then which is cool. But then there always that one kid that you go, okay, they're supposed to go this way, and then they'll just, like I said, turn on a dime. And you're like, what the hell, bro? Like, I can't.
Freaking
My
seagulls.
board doesn't turn that way.
One
Like,
thing I experienced about being at a skate park, just like, dude, the parents take their kids. All right, the kids doing whatever they're doing, and the parents not even paying attention.
Yeah, he's on his phone.
oh yeah.
And then next thing you know, the kid doesn't know how the skate park.
Yeah.
Once you're at the skate
Yeah.
park, you gotta know.
And then
where
the
you're
parent
going.
gets mad at
You
you
gotta know what's up, you know.
because the
Dude.
kid doesn't know what's up.
Yeah.
Those times that I've close hangered kids, man. I'm like, hey, your kid's on the floor screaming, you know, like
We've had a
saying.
I've had a homie skating, and he was filming a trick, and then he left his wax like on the rail, so he knew where to jump on the rail. Because it was a long ass rail, right? But he's like, I have it waxed from
That's
here to
his
there.
little marker, just in
Right,
case.
his
Yeah.
little marker, and then all of a sudden, like he goes back, he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey, did you borrow my wax?" I'm like, "Nah." And I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "I can't find it." And I'm like, "You're recording, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Check your camera." He goes, "Oh yeah." Checks his camera, dude. The little scooter kid went by and grabbed his wax. So then he goes, "Oh, okay." So I know who has it. So he goes up to the kid. He's like, "Hey, can I get my wax back?" The kid's like, "Who are you? Like, leave me alone." Right? He goes, "No, I just want my wax." The dad comes, "What's the problem?" I go, your son's a thief." He's like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, he stole my friend's wax." My son didn't steal nothing. I go, "We got him on camera, bro." And he goes, "Oh, what you?" And he pulls it out of his pocket, gives it back to us. He's like, "Man, I apologize. I'm all," and I kept going around the park. "You little thief! You little thief!" I just want, hey, I want to shame him. So like, come on, man. Like, don't be doing that shit. Hopefully he learned his lesson, but you never know. Sticky fingers, bro. But I mean, the funny
the
part
hard
was
part.
he was caught red-handed, bro. That shit was funny. That was
The depression.
But my friend got his wax back and he got his trick.
Hey.
Shout out to Chris out there, man.
Keep skating, man.
Hell yeah.
Keep skating.
Any dream sponsors?
Dream sponsors. Ooh.
I mean, I know you like Dogtown.
Yeah, Dogtown, probably one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or Madrid.
Madrid? Okay. Yeah.
They were really close to my family growing up.
Oh, did you know the guy that actually was named Madrid then?
Jerry Madrid?
I think that...
Or his brother.
We used to go to some guy's house at...
They're brothers, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's,
we went to one of their houses, and we used to go actually buy boards from the house.
Yeah.
Like, he would have a stack of boards when we open up. He'd open. I was nervous, too, because my friend's like, we're just going to go to his house.
Probably
I'm
his
like,
brother. I don't think Jerry would do that. Maybe.
What's both of their names? Jared and...
Jerry and
Jerry?
George.
George?
I
Okay.
think.
I would have to...
They're going to be mad at me later after
Nah.
they see
Well, like, one of them should know who was selling boards if they see this. You know what I mean?
Well, no. I mean, Jerry's for sure. He's the owner, founder, operator.
Mm-hmm.
He started off as a surfboard shaper.
Okay.
And then he started doing skateboards. And they were the fiberglass ones.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
the Everslick?
No, so
we've
so
got
they're
some
like
couple-
mini cruiser, or today's mini cruiser,
Uh-huh.
them sidewalk surfing, fiberglass, flexi board.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, I guess today they're called like the NOSs.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I could send you one. They're cool.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
actually in the process of making my own version
Dope.
Sick.
of
Down.
because Soul Performance we're gonna do a set of I think like either 25 or 50 little fiberglass mini cruisers.
Okay.
You know, made straight from the shop.
Dope.
You know.
Oh, from Madrid.
Uh-huh.
Dope.
Oh no, ours are Soul Performance.
Oh,
ones.
Soul Performance.
But
I'm sorry.
Jerry Madrid made those fiberglass boards for out of his car. He would sell them, and then he started his team, and then like kind of the rest was history.
Yeah, we just had a guest that was on recently. His name is Rudy. He has a friend, and his name is Daniel Yeager,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he skates for Madrid. He said,
Yeah, he's like one of their newest pros.
"Yeah." So shout out, man. That's
Yeah,
cool, man.
yeah.
Hey, Madrid, dude. I can't believe I've been hearing that name a lot now. So
Oh no, dude!
sounds like it's making a comeback for me, anyways.
Well, they're always in the shadows, especially in skateboard history because they've always been there to like kind of like be skateboarding's failsafe. For example, in the 70s, like everyone got their shit made by Madrid. Like they made Santa Cruz boards, they made GNS boards, they made Pau Peralta boards.
They kept them afloat.
Yeah,
in other words,
like and this is like before everyone blew up and bought their own warehouses
Yeah.
and their own equipment, right?
Right.
This is, they would be like, hey, like we're gonna send our pro there. Our pro's gonna tell you what they want,
right.
and then you just make it and we'll
Damn,
pay for
kind of
it.
like a Professor Smith kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And Paul Schmidt, I think he still gets his wood from Madrid.
Really?
So it all goes full circle because
Yeah.
during COVID, like you would hear a lot of people say, "Well, we don't have a lot of inventory," but then there's Madrid sitting on all this wood. Just buy it from him. They can do DIY yourself, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's dope.
And then nowadays you hear everyone has too much product. They're all trying to sell it and get rid of it.
That's crazy.
Because they've planned for like that Black Friday, and then Black Friday never hit. And now they're just sitting on it, you know.
Hey, well, if they want to send some boards this way,
Yeah, you know.
We're down to actually, you know, even promote their product, any product, and we're down to give it out. You know what I mean? We're not keeping it for us. You know what I mean? Help us and help you. You know what I mean? That sounds good to me.
No, they're just a really good, long-lasting company, and I would almost compare them to, like, you know, they're the pioneers, like, or a part of those pioneers, like, you know, because you can't reinvent the wheel a million times, right? But Madrid was the first company to mass produce skateboards. You know, like, you had to go there.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted to make 10, you do that in your garage. But if you wanted to make 100, you're going to him.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And dude, so many skaters came out of there.
Yeah.
Dude, Jeff Kendall, Rob Roskop, those are Santa Cruz dudes, right? Or dude, Mike Smith, guy who invented the Smith grind. Actually, I did an interview with him, and him and legendary pro skater Bo Brown.
Okay.
They were both like, no, Mike Smith did the grind and the stop, because how can you just have one and not the other? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, like, Grosso did his ode to Monty Nolder.
Okay.
But nah, it was Mike Smith. Like,
Mike Smith.
Sorry, man, Mike Smith. Mike Smith did it first, locking it in. South Bay local.
There it is.
You know?
You heard it here.
Just saying.
You heard it here.
A bunch of other pros though, like Bill Danforth, one for Alva. Now he has Nomad Skateboards. Christian Soy used to get his stuff from Madrid. Now he gets it from Schmidt. But
Schmidt,
you know.
yeah.
But now everybody gets their shit from Schmidt now.
Everybody, yeah.
Dogtown boards are made from Schmidt.
And Schmidt gets it from Madrid.
Exactly. Yeah, full circle, dude. Scum Skates.
Well, I know Madrid has a company. I don't know where, because I know Tiny Avenger. This guy I know. He goes to Mexico. So I don't know if they're, because I know they make the wood. I see him flattening it out and everything going over there. So I don't know if that's part of Madrid. I don't know how. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but shout out to them though, making skateboards for all of us to enjoy, man.
Keeping us pushing.
Keeping us pushing, man, every day.
Yeah, now it's full circle distribution, and they own Cadillac wheels, which was like the first urethane wheel, right?
Okay.
And then they do Caliber trucks and Autobahn wheels. That one's one of those 90 brands that died, and then they bought
Autobahn,
Autobahn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then what else? Oh, UFO wheels. That was like an 80s wheel. It's just super rad for pool skating.
I never heard of that one, so
Yeah.
it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
UFO?
I know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try them.
Dude, I love all like those like 80s and 90s like gimmick, like just random. Maybe they lasted for 2 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Because that's like a decade in skateboarding.
For sure. Yeah, you were saying that, right? How long is a decade in skateboarding? You said every 4 years.
Every 4 years is one skateboard decade.
Damn.
You know.
So you kids out there listening, you got 4 years to get your shit together, bro.
Fuck yeah, you
Otherwise,
do it.
you're done. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Nah.
No, I'm
Or
kidding.
you find yourself in the pocket. That's why I always tell kids to, find your local skate shop and not just like, don't just go there and hang out. Like actually support them. You know, buy something, grab a sticker, hashtag them. You know, keep them afloat. You know, they're not only are they a part of your community, but you know they're there for you also. You know.
Yeah, if you don't support and they go away, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you're gonna end up being one of those guys like, you know. Unfortunately, I've fallen victim to buying things online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Or going to Zoomies.
you know, like going to Zoomies.
Hey man, you can go to Zoomies or some places like, for example, and we live in LA, right? And the nearest skate shop after like mine in Gardena, right, is in South Central, and it's what's a Unity skate shop, and so from South Central to Gardena, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Nothing, you know, like
Wow.
so find it and hold on tight, dude.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
You never know.
myself, I like doing that. Like sometimes, Like, I used to work in Bolsa Chica. So sometimes on my way home, I'd see a random, like, mom and pop skate shop, and I'm like, I'm going to go in there and buy some stuff, support. Even though I don't know them, let's walk in there, get to know them. Always support the locals, because sometimes they have some of the coolest, rarest stuff you'll find.
Hell yeah. I used to, so since I'm like a vert trog,
Yeah.
I used to go into skate shops like in my 20s and be like, hey, like, do you have any boards that are an 8.5 or a 9? And then, you know, they would say no, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And I walk away real quick.
Yeah.
Just troll them.
Yeah. Little troll.
But someday.
Yeah.
Well, actually, nowadays, everybody carries all sizes.
Well, I was just talking to someone. It's crazy how, like, early 2004, everyone was on the 7.5, 775. Now
I was running 8.5s.
Yeah, and then now the common size is what? Not 8 to 9.
Yeah.
825, I think more kids write 825.
Yeah, more kids write 8.25, and then if they're a little older, it's 8.5.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm still on an 8. Well, except for the board that I got recently. That was my street board is 825 now, which it doesn't bother me. It's cool because I'm not clicking my tail too hard anymore, so I don't have to pick it up too high. But the fact is that it's fun, man, because it's that Chris Roberts twin tail.
Twin tail, yeah.
Yeah, twin paddle he calls it because it's not really tail or nose, but man, I love that board. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good one.
Going back to the skate shop, I used to ride for this skate shop back in 2007, but the owner didn't know what's up with skateboarding. He just wanted to open up a business, and he bought all these brands that nobody will buy. So people will come. First of all, the location of the skate shop was where nobody could find it. They'll get lost. Second of all, he didn't know what he was doing. He just wanted a business. He didn't know what's up with skateboarding.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he hired people that robbed from him
Oh shit!
because he didn't know what's up.
And he's out of business a bit.
And he started realizing, like, why isn't my business
growing,
up? 'Cause,
moving.
dude, you didn't have the brands that people want to buy.
Yeah.
This is 2007, so you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, 2008 is when we had one of our crashes, so a lot of people didn't make it.
2007, yeah. I got laid off of my job back then. It was a lot of people got
Obama. Just
Obama. Yeah.
Probably for Obama.
Let's not get political, but yeah.
Bush.
2008 was Obama.
Obama, buddy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In 2007, 2008, I got laid off.
But
from
this
school.
isn't a this isn't a political podcast.
Well, it's skateboard economy.
It's skateboard economy.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Skateboard economics 101 right
Yes.
well, like, dude, how much is like a skateboard? How much do you pay for a skateboard?
Probably like back in the day it was no more than 50, but now it's probably like 60.
Yeah.
You know?
For a complete?
No, complete. Oh,
Complete.
about complete.
I'm looking
I'm paying
two-
about
250.
$140.
140 is pretty average.
Right, because I want decent stuff. You know what I mean? Like
My
not everything has to be
completes
the best.
are
but-
like 220,
Yeah.
240.
Mine
Yeah.
are about
But they
250.
used- But they used to be like 100,
I
115.
remember the,
Yeah.
I remember the $90
It just
completes.
depends what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want. You know, like
$90 completes you used to get at the shop. Walk in.
Mhm.
All right, here's the custom built complete. Came with what you get: bones, indies,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little maybe not the best deck on the wall.
Yeah.
but
yeah.
Starter deck.
Hey, there is skate shops that sell expensive stuff, but they have like a sale, like special, like a complete
Oh yeah,
for
of
100
course.
bucks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
spending like 200
Yeah,
bucks.
because
you
that's
know?
been sitting on the shelf for a long time. That's why it's on sale. But you know, otherwise, yeah, like you
Dude,
know,
support your local skate shop.
yeah,
Man. Do it.
always.
Keep them afloat so they can help your community.
Mm-hmm.
Because those skate shops, they give back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely give back, especially if there's a park nearby.
Or they
You
always
know?
do the like the community events.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Pond was supporting yesterday's event.
Mm-hmm.
They're always out there supporting
Hey,
the local
Pawn
community.
Shop, shout out to Pawn Shop. They're building a Covina Park.
Oh,
They're
sick.
fighting
Yeah.
for a Covina Park.
Good.
They're getting it.
That's good.
Yeah, you know.
It's gonna be pretty knowledgeable because it's gonna be all transition from what it looks like.
Ooh, I might have to visit that.
So you know how you said a half pipe was shit?
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bowl with,
With shit in the
middle.
center.
Damn.
I saw the drawing. It actually looks pretty rad.
Yeah.
They even have the Pedro, the little you know how Pedro
The
on the entrance.
waterfall.
Yeah, you know how they have the entrance where you come in through a little hole, but you
Oh,
can
yeah.
park on the top. They're
Oh.
adding one of those to it. So I
The
was like,
doors.
I was like, that's pretty sick,
Hey, those are fun to skate though.
dude.
Just skating over a door, you just
What, have you been in La Puente skate park? They have
Yeah.
like the keyhole
yeah,
over
yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I skated
just-
Big Bird, but that's
I learned that if just to test the water, you just manny over it. Just manny over it. Just lift your nose up just a little bit.
And then just float over
Just
the
float,
kilo.
yeah.
The one at Pedro, you gotta go fast.
I think that's why it helps for me to be Mongo, because like all my weight's on my back foot anyway.
Right, right. I mean, dude, it took me a long time to not too long, but to push regular again. Like, it was like hard to switch because I had all the power pushed from the other leg. You know what I mean? And then every so often you might see me push with this leg, but it's only because I need to get some speed. You know what I mean? Otherwise, like, I'm getting better because now I get thrown off sometimes. So like, I go throw down, I go, I should have pushed Mongo because I need the speed, but my brain didn't allow it anymore. I just went regular. I'm like, that's dope.
I teach skateboarding, right? And when I give skateboard lessons, I actually push regular, just so then they can learn. Or I usually go off of them. I'll let them like maybe do like 4 or 5, kicks and stand straight, kick and stand straight.
Right.
And then wherever they put their feet, I usually don't correct it. I'm like, no, this is your style, man.
Yeah.
Like, keep it.
Right.
Unless like I feel like it's hindering them, then I'm like, all right, we gotta move your shoulders or something because it's not clicking.
I think the best advice I finally gave somebody that was pushing Mongo was like, I go, just try pushing with your other leg as well.
Yeah.
Just use both of them, and then you'd be a better skater. And then that way, I didn't deter him to feel like he wasn't pushing right or feeling like, you know what I mean. But I was like,
John Ratray.
you know
Watch
what I
his
mean.
videos.
Just try to push with both feet, man. Like I learned by going up hills because all my friends would walk, and I would just keep going. Like, I'd get tired with this leg.
Switch off foot, right?
Yeah, switch foot, and then I'd be at the top of the hill waiting for them.
Myself being Mongo, that's what gave me the longevity when we would skate long distance. I'd be like, oh, I'm tired. Next foot. Next foot. Next foot.
That's what I would do too.
In my late teens, I had to skate to work. So yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I've
booking it to work.
Right.
There's been a few times I had to ride a board to work.
Yeah, man.
It's all
Gotta
part
pay
of
the
life.
bills, bro.
It's all part of life growing up, man.
You don't have to let go of your skateboard to pay the bills. Though.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Not nowadays. Like back in the day, I remember like you would be like, you're 20 and you're still doing this? Like getting shit for it. You're like, wow. And nowadays it's like, it's all good.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing your thing,
Yeah, exactly.
Getting your bills paid and you're on a skateboard, it's all good. Hell yeah. If you could travel anywhere to skate, any ideas where you'd go?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't heard that one yet.
Because one of the shops that I've always wanted to visit was a PD skate shop in Canada, and the whole like Skull Skates crew, and like they skate a lot of barriers.
Okay. Oh.
I always thought that like barrier skating is cool, but there's none by me.
Damn,
You're
those
talking
barriers
about
are hard.
the Jersey
The
barriers.
Jersey barriers, yeah.
Those
I
are
think
hardcore.
like I'm always like, dude, that looks sick. But I'm like,
there was a like an epically latered, I think, with some guys that skated nothing but those barriers. And
yeah, there's a crew called the Barrier Cult.
did you?
And
they have knives and everything.
Yeah.
I think I think Rick McCrank interviewed him.
Yeah, with the Dear Man of Darkwood.
This is a pretty wicked episode.
Dude
man.
wears a ski mask. He's freaking sick. Freaking metal.
I'm gonna check this thing out.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
Man.
He also has a part in one of the videos that I liked growing up, which is the Creature Heshtlaw video.
Okay.
That was one of like the key videos for me where I was like, oh snap, I'm gonna do this one. Because like, I guess that whole like late 2000s, so like from 2005 to 2010, right? Most kids like my age, we had to learn to skate street and vert,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And I blame all the old dudes, man, because look, all the 80s dudes are like, man, you gotta drop in. My dad was like that. You should just drop in.
Okay.
Drop in. I'm just saying.
He's
If you want to be cool, you should drop in.
Yeah. I never had that pressure.
And then my uncles, right? They're like, you can't kickflip yet, man. You don't kickflip. I'm like, you mean I have to drop in and kickflip? Like pick one, And then I forget what year it was, but David Gravett.
Okay.
You know, David
Oh,
Gravett.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He skates both. He skates
Yeah.
street
Oh.
and vert.
He
We were
kills
just
it.
talking about this outside.
Yeah.
We were like, dude, this dude just made it harder for us. 'Cause
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can go, come out here, catch a fat air.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
and tomorrow he's wearing a fucking 50-foot rail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's skating both.
Yeah.
So then my
All-terrain.
gen were like, oh man, we got to do both. You know?
That was true because when I was growing up, it was only either your street or vert. That was it.
No,
There
my...
wasn't both that you had to learn. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I wanted both.
Yeah.
It just wasn't available, you
Mhm.
know. But nowadays it is. And
I think that's kind of like, do you know who like Steve Rocco is?
Mhm.
Right?
yeah,
Steve Rocco did
Yeah.
World Industries, right?
yes,
And
yeah.
in like the 70s and like early 80s, he was like a freestyle skater,
right.
you know? So freestyle, all those dudes turned into street skaters,
Right.
right? And then those dudes didn't skate vert, you know?
Who did he made somebody break Rodney's board. His in one of his videos, they broke his freestyle board and told him, "Here, you got to ride this now." And they made him ride a popsicle stick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
It was probably an early Almost video?
I can't
Maybe
remember.
not.
Somebody-
Probably earlier than
somebody
that.
had to break his board, and they
I
felt
think the
bad.
best way to find this one out is I think every skater should watch The Man Who Sold the World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
learn so much skate history from that.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Wee Man does the intro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Acuna.
Yeah.
Jason Acuna. Shout out.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
know what's
so-
funny is when I was 18, he used to live in my same apartment complex. So I used to see him all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I'd just be like, hey, man, you want to hang out? He'd be like, no, I'm busy. I got my girlfriend. I'd be like, but we have drinks and food. And he'd be like, nope,
Nope.
sorry, I'm busy. But he'd just keep going. I'd be like, all right, see you next time. Never got to skate with him, but I always asked. I would always be like, hey, man, you ready to go skate? Busy, man.
Yeah. Well, you had to try. You had to try. You had to try.
Yeah.
Busy person, man.
Yep. If you ever get a chance, go to Chronic Tacos. It's his.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Wee Man's Chronic
Yeah,
Tacos.
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Good food and cool skate art too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into him sometimes at Forest Park.
Yeah, skater
he's,
owned.
he's around and like
Mhm.
he's a skateboarder. He's another human being.
Mm-hmm.
And me just seeing him one day, like waking up in the morning Sunday, I'm like, dude, that's fucking Wee Man from Jackass.
Yeah.
But he's just a skateboarder and he's just another human being.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
course.
and I'm like, all right, like,
It's cool seeing him. Like, you know, he's famous, but
Ah, he's a normal dude. Yeah.
he comes out and he's just like, dude, I just want to have a normal skate sesh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like, come on, and he'll tell you respectfully, like,
Yeah.
I'm just here to have a normal
he was
skate
actually
sesh.
giving me props to like, you know, like
Yeah.
me skating. Like he was watching me. Like I snapped my board that day. He's like, hey, bro, like he gave me a shout out too. Like I filmed him. He's like, hey, man, like good try. Like you were killing it. But you snapped your board. Maybe next time you get it.
Dude, as a kid, he's the reason why I wanted to do slappies.
Mm.
You know, I'd be like, oh snap! You mean I could just skate this curb, and not have to go into that excessively large skate park? Because I am like 7 and I am under 5 feet. You know, you know.
You know, being a little kid at a skate park, you don't know who you know. Or,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's got to be
you're
intimidating.
hesitating,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, definitely.
yeah.
You know. And out of my group of friends, I was the only vert skater.
Mm.
Everyone skated street. So then, like, I would be like the kid who'd be like, oh man, can I do vert tricks in the street?
Yes, sir.
And it wasn't until like way later that was cool.
Yeah.
People used to think I was weird. They'd be like, man, why are you boneless to like that handrail?
That's how they all started. Though. Like, you know, the Mike Valley
Yeah.
and all them. They would do all that shit off of
Yeah.
bus stops and everything.
Hey,
Like,
And those are the videos I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Random.
yeah.
Yesterday, some people think boneless is whack, boneless 180. But dude, some dude was throwing it down a 10 stair.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's tight. Boneless 180 is tight.
Yeah.
I don't know why people say, oh, that's
He,
whack.
little kid wrecked himself, but
Yeah.
he went for it.
Hey,
Hell
listen.
yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
tricks that, like, you know, like people think they're whack, but they're in
They
reality
can
they're
be.
sick.
They can be. It just depends how you can throw it out there. I mean, everything has a style. I mean, a
Well,
kick,
yeah, exactly.
a kickflip
Always
could be
style.
whack, you
Oh,
know.
yeah,
but
yeah.
Dude,
style
do
is
it.
everything. But
Mhm.
I've seen dudes do.
I mean, if as long as I
boneless
see
to
people
handrails.
love. the
Yeah, that was
trick,
me as a
but-
kid.
Boneless to handrails?
I used to do it from, I started them my junior year of high school, and I probably stopped when I was like 22, 23. I was like, no more. Not for me. Not trying to get her. I got to go to work today.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
happens. That'll determine a lot of tricks sometimes. If
Yeah.
you have to go to work the next day, you're like, shit.
Sometimes you roll up to a spot on a film day, you're like, I think I got a banger, but
Yeah.
If I think I have it that day, I think I'm gonna go for it. If I'm hesitant at all,
Yeah, no, not doing it at all.
Not doing it at all. Yeah.
There was a small period of time, I think I was like 29 or 28, and I could not drop in. Like, I couldn't drop in.
What?
It just turned off.
Wow.
So I was only rolling
How
in.
high on a vert were you?
Oh, just anything.
Oh.
Just literally anything. I just didn't drop in.
You know what? I kind of relate to that because
I was like afraid.
I kind of relate because I stopped skating vert for a while,
Uh-huh.
and I went back to Chino one time, and I'm like, why is this scary now?
Yeah, right?
The one that's scary for me is the stupid La Habra in the back.
Yeah.
That little 6-footer.
What about
Oh,
Belvedere?
That little ass 6-footer is
Yeah.
like. I'm like, why am I afraid of this thing? But it's intimidating to me. I don't know. I feel more better if it's like sometimes, if you roll off into a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
Because you're almost you're already going. I hate starting at complete dead.
Yeah.
Stop. I need to kind of let it flow, and then, you're rolling through, and all of a sudden you drop into a quarter. You're like, oh, and then you get that speed.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's why, when it comes to local skate parks, they should build skate parks to be intermediate.
Oh yeah.
And you have all these parks that are built for pros or advanced, or it's built the way that they want to skate, versus built the way the community can actually learn, grow, and skate it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was talking about how they should build skate parks, public skate parks,
Right.
for intermediate and
Right.
beginners.
Right.
Because in my opinion, if you make advanced skate parks, how is anybody gonna learn? How's that gonna get your 5-year-old homie to want to pick up a skateboard?
That's true.
Because in his eyes, he's like, oh, there's a place to go skateboarding, and it's that park. But if he goes and there's only a bunch of grown up skating,
And everything's 12 foot high.
yeah, is that
That's
5-year-old gonna want to skate?
There's actually one skate park
Yeah.
that actually does that. They have the kiddie section,
Yeah.
the middle section, and then the big boy section.
Yeah.
And it's South Fontana.
Dude, there should be more parks like that.
Right.
If you look at the Vans Park in Huntington Beach, right?
Yeah.
That one, it used to be like that, where it was they had the metal coping area for beginner, intermediate, right? And it even had a pool coping side to it,
Yeah.
so you can get to that next level
That's
when
it.
you're ready.
That's
And the street course was it's still the same, but the street course is beginner, intermediate, advanced.
Right.
But then they also have the combi there, which before they fixed it, it had a roll-in.
Yeah.
So me, I'm not trying to drop into 16. No, I'm gonna roll in.
Right.
But then
So
they
that
took
felt
away the
safe.
roll-in,
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, oh man, I'm gonna try it,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be I'm gonna wear wrist guards when I do it,
Oh, That will fuck you up, dude.
Dude, it's huge. It's huge in person. Holy smokes!
Big, dude.
How's a little kid supposed to learn how to do that? But
Yeah.
that's what it goes down to. They gotta stop being selfish and stop trying to get publicity for your home park.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know?
in reality, I seen little kids shredding that bull.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Dude, this
Hey,
There
but-
are
insane.
those special
But
kids that out there that
That's
can
the
get
10%. They probably get skateboard lessons, or
Right.
their
Or
their
parents got
or their
yeah,
parents
yeah.
They're
hook
just
them
going
up.
for a gift. I
Yeah.
know little
Or they got a
Julian,
coach
Christian,
on.
Yeah, kind of like I'm not knocking Sky Brown,
But-
because
Brown's sick.
but Sky Brown is
Shout
in
out.
that same pocket.
Right.
She's a great skateboarder.
A surfer. I think
Surfer.
surfing helps though. I would say for pool skating. I
Well,
would
yeah.
think.
Well, no, yeah, definitely. It helps you with your not only your balance, but just your stamina to keep going.
Okay.
Because it gets tiring. You're constantly in motion. It's kind of just watching a hamster. But
In
you're
a
in that
wheel.
hamster wheel, just keeping
But
it
I
going.
think there's a way to get the motion to work for you, or either you gotta keep working at it.
Well, yeah. No,
There's that little.
definitely.
Isn't that the? I would think there's a little way to know how to just have less work to pump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as you know the flow of whatever pool or however you're supposed to grind or
Well,
carve.
it's like every bull skater says, find the pocket.
Yeah, you find the pocket.
Once you find that pocket just
It whips you back out.
It whips you back out
with
effortlessly.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to that, man. So you said right now, I heard you say it's empty pool season.
Oh yeah, it's empty pool season.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into that.
Usually for me, spring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, spring started a little late this year, but I have a buddy who does pool contracting.
Okay.
So a lot of his clients, they want to get ready for summer. So maybe their pool needs a new paint job. Maybe it needs, some tile fixed, or the heater's broken, so they have to drain it. Then they go and they fix it.
But you're
fill
able
in patches.
to skate it?
Yeah.
And then
they fix it like the next 2 days or however long their project takes.
So like if you make any wheel marks or anything,
it's gone. Yeah, they don't even notice. Well, a lot of those places that I get to skate, so the family knows I'm gonna be there.
Okay, that's what my next question.
Yeah,
I was like,
permission.
you're not just botching it, right? Like
Sometimes.
Okay.
There are a couple pools out there that I've done the old school hop the fence and prayed.
Right.
But I feel like that's the funny part about backyard pool skating because it's still I consider it street. It's in someone's backyard, man.
It is.
It's not permission.
Right.
You can't go to jail.
It wasn't built for that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was built to be a pool to enjoy with water in it.
Yeah.
And when you
recreational purposes.
when you take the water out and then that's definitely street.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I could see that 100%. It wasn't made in a park for you to skate in.
My favorite time at a backyard pool is when you take you're a solid crew of different styles of skateboarding.
Right.
So
you get to witness everything.
Dude, I'll be like, all right, these two dudes, they skate street. They do stairs and ledges. So they're gonna go off the cake or something.
Yeah.
You get your half pipe dude. You got the big vert guy who's getting airs.
Oh shit!
And then you're just vibing because everyone has their own style, their own way of looking at it. But then here's this little ghetto skate park, ready to bring everybody together.
For sure.
I got this buddy. His name is Raymond Espinoza. Shout outs to this guy.
Shout out.
When we were kids, there was this pool called the Murder House Pool, and you never skated a pool before, right?
I wouldn't even want to go there, to be honest.
Oh yeah, this lady this lady in Hermosa, she killed her husband.
In the pool?
No,
Okay,
in the house, and then they died or whatever.
The pool is safe.
She went to jail for sure.
Yeah.
But
damn,
we go there, and
say the name again of that pool again.
Murder House.
All right, let's go. That's some spooky shit.
Yeah.
All right, the Murder House pool.
Oh man, I have a lot of stories about this pool, but his first time there, he was like, "Man, we don't drop in. What am I supposed to do here?" I'm like, "I'll give you $5 if you kickflip the stairs." And he was like, "Kickflip the stairs?" I'm like, "Yeah, just do it. Just go down the stairs." And then it stops because it was a pill shape, so it's kind of like it's got the cup for the half pipe, and then the deep end is just this fat wall.
Right.
So he went. It took him 4 tries,
damn.
but he got it. And I was like, dude, street skating at a vert spot. The next thing you know, he's trying 180s down it, and then the only thing that stumped him was getting to the light. I'm like, dude, now I get to teach you how to skate the light. That's gonna be dope.
Carve over the light. Yeah. I've always wanted to learn how to go over the cake, and just know how to get that pocket you say, and just whip around.
Yeah. No, I feel like every pool that I go to for the first time, my first goal is over the light, and then to skate the cake. Just to go and just slash tile, and you get that, the sound it makes.
Yeah.
Brrr,
I haven't made it to tile, but yeah, I can imagine.
You should try Peck, because Peck Park, it has there's a pool there that's pretty much emulates a backyard pool. Okay. It even has a fake light in the deep end.
Sick.
And then the ladder on the side.
Yeah.
And you just float through it.
Small pool.
Oh yeah.
Pocket pool, someone got a grinder.
Yeah.
And they cut along on the inside of on the small side.
Yeah, it's
they cut along and they made their own tile just with the grinder, just cutting into the small.
Oh yeah, his name is Chris Stature.
Yeah.
He grabbed one of those element files.
Uh-huh.
For grip tape.
Yeah. He just started carving in little tiles.
I think it took him like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half.
Like,
That's sick.
Skaters are.
And then he put grip tape under the metal coping, so then you get the bumps
Okay.
and then coping.
Oh.
So you still get all the sounds, but it's a public park.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Inventive.
Yeah,
for sure,
shout outs
man.
to Chris Thatcher, dude. Keep
Shout
skating.
Hell yeah.
Guy is good as hell. He should be pro, but I don't know what's going on with that.
Hell yeah.
Got a lot of stories about dudes like that who should in my opinion, when we grew up together, right? You have your little posse, and then you have your neighbors, right? And I'm like, hey man, you're gonna be pro one day. You just got it. You got the bug. And then now they're doing construction or
Well, that's the best
something.
I think that's the best part about skaters. A lot of us go into construction, and what's the first thing we do with it? Let's go build a DIY.
Yeah, go back.
Let's
Just go straight
build
back.
this. I just got. It makes us even more creative.
Or Mark Olstrom is another one of those hometown heroes. He used to ride for Dogtown and a Cut Bones Wheels and a couple other companies. And now he cleans carpets.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
He didn't stay in the skate industry, huh?
No, he still skates,
Right.
but for recreational fun purposes.
Right.
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 But he's one of those guys that I grew up watching him being like, man, he's gonna be pro. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy his board. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
That's
You know.
cool. To witness something like that is
You know what's a trip like? When I grew up skating, I skated with all these dudes that are super good, and next thing you know, dude, it was 15, 20 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I'm the only dude that's still skating. Everybody became a parent,
Yeah,
or got locked up, or did their own thing, and,
Yeah.
I was the only one, and this guy was there too to experience it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the lifestyle, bro. It's the lifestyle because
Yeah. You never
mean,
know. Life happens, man.
Yeah.
Not everybody can keep skateboarding, but
Mhm.
the far few of us that that stick with it. I had a 10-year hiatus, and I'm back.
Yeah,
But it took a little bit, like a little nudge from a homie of mine to just. He goes, I want to see you back on the board again.
Yeah.
And then he got me a skateboard. I had to buy the trucks and wheels, and next thing you know, when I finally tried to ollie up a curb and I could barely do it, it lit a fire in my ass where I'm like, I'm better than this.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
then
right.
next thing you know, I'm meeting good homies like these fellas.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
meeting you for the first time today. Shout out,
Yeah.
And
Thank
we're
you
doing
for
this
having me.
we're doing this podcast. Not everybody knows that, but not everybody that's gonna be on the show, we know you. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, this is the first time meeting this gentleman here, and we're hitting it off today, man.
My
Good times.
My uncle used to say that skateboarding is some punk rock hood rat shit. Like
100%.
you guys, he's like, you guys a bunch of hoodlums. You get into some trouble or some shit. And then for me, it was like I did that, and then I got off the train because I was like, no, the public park's always gonna be there. And now I'm back and I'm like, oh shit, I want to share this. More people should do this.
Exactly. I mean, skateboarding to me is if you're a skater and really done skateboarding, you kind of you have this thing with other skaters that no one else has.
Well, yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
Jay Adams, used to say, you quit skateboarding, not skateboard quit you.
Right. Yeah, I know that saying. Yeah. Just because you quit skating doesn't mean skateboarding quit you. You know what I mean? It's it's powerful, man. The skateboarding will always be there for sure.
It's interesting, but it's definitely heavy.
Definitely.
All right. What other hobbies do you have besides skateboarding? I see that you do some drawing and stuff. You have some artwork that I've seen on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Is that your drawings or is that the kids' drawings?
It's actually the kids.
Is it the kids?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Man,
No.
they're well. I don't know if whatever you're teaching them to draw. Man, they're drawing some wicked stuff. Man, that's pretty cool.
No, so I like to be a hands-on parent, and
Right.
I'll grab just blank or shaded in or outlined coloring sheets.
Right.
I'll just let them go ham. But since today's technology, I can just Google image anything
Yeah.
and just take out the color of it and just
Right.
be
and
like,
then
let them
coloring
go
book.
crazy. I'll do a random Misfits logo or I think they did a Rancid one the other day.
Sick.
You know,
That's pretty cool, man.
super random stuff.
So your hobbies is being a great dad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dope. do
Yeah.
you get the kids on the board as well?
I'm one of those guys who I won't force it. I want it to be natural.
Right.
Like
they
for
wanna
me, it
do
was natural.
Right.
You know, like my dad was like kind of surf skate, but I was like, man, I just want to do that. That looks
Right.
cool.
It looks cool.
You know, I mean, I also I do like drums on the side too.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm like a ska metal jazz drummer, cause my dad, he's a bass player,
Okay.
and my little brother's a guitarist.
Okay. So music was important.
So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna pick something.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a drummer, you know, because
drumming's
a lot of
dope.
my family members played stringed instruments, and I was like, nah, drums, you know.
Yeah. Too many people on the strings already.
Yeah, it kind of went hand in hand with my skateboarding too, because like the whole like backyard scene,
Of course.
super hesh,
Right.
super, you know, like
Every skate
you know.
skate crew actually. I mean, from what I remember, skateboarding is like punk rock.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So if bands and skateboarding went hand in hand.
no,
So
definitely.
if you play in a, you know,
Yeah.
you're rocking out, dude. I mean, that's goes together.
Yeah, the first band I was in, it was called Ignorant Youth,
Okay.
and we were like, it was like street surf punkish,
Okay.
you know, like almost Black Flag, but with like a little hint of Exploited in it,
Okay.
you know, because our singer, he's very like grungy sounding vocals, with like our guitarist is very like surf, like Dick Dale style.
Mm,
And then, you know, I'm jazz, but I'd be like doing blast beats,
sick.
you know. And then I went from that band to a band called The Perps,
Okay.
which was a ska band that I got to go even further with.
Right.
Like, I got to do a tour, like an actual like tour, but like in a band,
That's
you know.
dope.
I got to
That's
do a West
dope.
Coast tour, got to
That's
do a
dope.
US tour, and do a little bit of traveling. It was fun. It was fun
That's
times.
fun.
It was very drunk. I was not,
Very drunk.
I was not sober for any of it.
Hey, a
But it was free.
lot of forgettable nights, I would
Yeah.
say.
Rockstar.
Yeah, I used to
True
get
rock star,
I used
yeah.
to get like $2,000 a day,
Wow.
and then I just one day I was like, man, I gotta get off this train,
Yeah.
because like, you know, you wake up and you're like, well, wait, where's the money? And you spent it all, you know. And then, you know,
It's
when you
good
get off
money,
the
but then,
train, right?
yeah.
When you get off the train, the money doesn't come with you.
No,
Yeah.
of course not.
You know?
Nah. It's almost like, man, if I was smarter, I could have had some
Yeah, you know,
something
so
to
you
take home.
start
off
all
the train.
over, maybe. You know, so
Yeah.
that's what I had to start all over. You know,
Yeah. Wow.
start a life, get a family,
All right.
become a barbecue chef.
Barbecue chef.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get into that since that
Do you
sounds
want
like
to be
a
my dad?
Yeah.
barbecue chef. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on with that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just started learning how to like use smokers,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked at a restaurant / brewery called Hop Saint in West Torrance,
Okay.
and I learned a lot about like just like my ways around it, how to be
Mhm.
patient,
Right.
you know, ingredients, different styles of meat. Because that place, when I was working there, they were just starting as a business,
Mhm.
so they were like kind of had this rotating door of like head chefs.
Okay.
You know, one month it would be like this person who was like on her way to being an Iron Chef,
Right. Right.
or the next month it would be like this really fancy, you know, culinary chef.
Are they only leaving? Or are they only there for a certain amount of
Yeah,
time?
they just retain their,
okay.
you know,
okay,
chefs.
Okay.
And I,
Trying to get Michelin stars and stuff.
yeah. Well, most of them they either had one or they were about to have one.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like the last one I worked with had 2.
Damn.
You know, and I was like a dishwasher there, and then I was a bus boy,
Mm-hmm.
then I was like a prep cook, and then I was like a bar back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a brewery, so you know, no
Right.
hard alcohol. It's
Right.
easy. It's just beer and wine. You're like,
Yep.
what does the label say? Just learn the label. You know.
Yep.
You know, and then after I left there to just, you know, continue my barbecue skills, and I worked at a bunch of different barbecue restaurants.
That's dope.
Yeah, my last one was Dickie's Barbecue Pit. which is like a franchise corporate. And
That's a spot you get the free ice cream at, right?
oh yeah.
This guy's been there.
I've been to the one in Monrovia.
Yeah.
So you got some skills, man. So and then you could take everything you learn from different spots and
exactly, just blend it,
and then blend it to where you like.
I just got a dehydrator the other day.
Sick.
So I'm like making jerky all the time now.
Wow.
Not only are you my dad, but you are my best friend now. I love jerky.
We need a sponsor here that sponsors jerks. I'm sorry, jerky sponsor.
yeah. I made this one like the other day, and it was infused with Fireball whiskey.
Oh,
so it was like a cinnamon whiskey jerky.
I don't know why it just sounds
Fire.
delicious. Sounds delicious.
Sounds amazing.
This sounds amazing.
You are going from dad to best friend to God.
Here we go.
I'm
That's
not
what we do
pro or
here.
nothing.
That's
I'm
what
enjoying
we do
life,
here.
man.
Hey,
Enjoying life.
Barbecue Saint.
I know.
We're gonna have to definitely hang out soon because
Yeah.
I just got into barbecue. I don't know what about turning 30 and barbecuing goes together.
Oh, dude, it's
Oh,
fucking
it
fire.
happens. It happens.
It is
when
so
you-
good.
The more you
Yeah.
get older, you want to test your skills and stuff, and then you watch. You'll start getting a real barbecue grill one day.
Oh, dude.
Because he's got a little 14-inch grill that he's
Who
trying
cares, dude? Make it work.
I like cooking with charcoal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then I
yeah.
get mad because then I get everyone coming here with their opinion. Open it, close it. I was like,
Ah.
when is the meat gonna
No.
cook?
Yeah.
There's a saying: if you're looking, you ain't cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
At a certain point, I get it. I'm like, you know what? You want your meat this way? Here, you cook it then.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
90% of the time, they're like,
yeah.
never mind.
As
Yeah.
long as they're not using mesquite, no one cares. I've run into people who are like, so I had this big, pork shoulder and I got this mesquite. I'm like, well, you should throw that away, get some hickory, and just call it a day, bro. Stick to the classics.
People listen out there, man.
Or applewood.
Applewood
is
Yes.
fire.
Fire.
I just got an applewood rub.
Whoa.
I just had a peach tree recently fall down.
Hey, bro. How's it
And,
going?
And the peach tree wood, I think, would be
Yeah,
good
that
for
would be
a smoker.
Yeah.
I really have to call times out. We
All right.
lost the battery.
It's all good.
Flavor town.
Battery?
I heard it shut off.
It should. And we're recording.
All right. What about so music and influences?
Oh man, so for me, I grew up as like a second generation punk rocker.
Okay.
So that means that my mom and my dad were, punk rock metalheads, and my mom and the apartment that we grew up in, upstairs was the two parents of a famous punk rocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the Cadinas.
Okay.
And their son is Des Cadena. He was the second lead singer to Black Flag. And then he later sang for like Red Cross and DC3. And then the Misfits.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his. Right now he's in a band called Dondo. But his parents used to watch me and my little brother. So they were like, essentially, like,
Dude,
I knew them as
that's
my
family.
grandparents.
Yeah, that's family.
Yeah, like when I was only like 2 or 3 when I met them.
Sick.
And I would be like, Grandma Glow, Grandpa Ozzy,
Sick.
like my mom would go to work and I was at their house,
That's crazy. to have that.
upstairs.
How do you think that they became friends and how they started watching you?
I think it was just being neighborly,
Uh-huh.
because my mom was like, before she had met my dad, they were very, my mom was a single mom, working her fucking ass off, just trying to pay rent.
Right.
And we lived in this huge ass apartment complex.
Uh-huh.
And me and my brother were like the two little like rugrats.
Right.
So
everybody knew who you were.
Yeah,
in the
know,
apartment complex.
fucking Bebe's kids over there,
Ah.
fucking throwing some shit down or causing a ruckus or blowing some shit up or fucking riding our bikes down the stairs or some shit.
Right.
Dead, quiet, old ass people, fucking
Yeah.
apartment. And there's these two little rugrats,
Yep, There you go.
And then
And they can relate to that.
and they dug us, you
Yeah.
know. They took us with open arms, and
Dope.
they really, helped my mom up until she found my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad's like this biker dude.
Okay.
He was working at Harley Davidson.
Dope.
So, when they started dating, my mom and my dad got to take us to shows.
Okay.
So like our first show, family outing, was it was Van Halen and someone else.
Yeah, it's in your blood, then,
That was,
man.
and I was
Yeah.
like 4.
Yeah.
So I'm 4 years old
Yes.
going to see Van Halen.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's
and then in that
nobody-
same year, it's like it was just heavy hitters. So like
Yeah.
I saw like Kiss and Ted Nugent,
Uh-huh.
or then I saw like
Kiss and Ted Nugent. I might have been at that concert.
yeah, it was like 90,
Dude,
98.
Uh-huh.
97.
Robert, if you remember this, leave a comment in the
Uh-huh.
you know, because I think we went to that. We gave blood, I think, to go
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's how my mom.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
KLOS was
Yep,
doing
uh-huh.
the blood drive, and I got free tickets. And
That's how my parents took us to see Iron Maiden. Also was the blood drive thing. So
that's dope.
So I got to go see Iron Maiden. It was the Somewhere in Time, or not Somewhere in Time, Brave New World tour.
Okay.
And then festivals,
Yeah.
because that's like a lot of festivals went
Festivals,
down.
yeah.
But
Festivals
like
are everything.
I don't want to be judgmental, but the good ones,
Yeah.
like fucking Ozfest, for example.
Mm.
Like I saw so many freaking bands at Ozfest. Rob Zombie, Killswitch Engage, who else? Static X,
Mhm.
System of the Down, Rage Against the Machine,
Shout out.
Body Count,
Yep. I know
fucking
Body Count.
Soulfly, Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
See some of those in like 2 weeks.
This is all like Ozfest,
Yeah.
I was there for when Iron Maiden played at Ozfest,
Okay.
and
So this was all with your parents too.
yeah, it's all with my parents
That's
going
dope.
because during this time my parents, they would also take us to like small venue punk shows, so
Right.
we'd also see like Agent Orange.
Oh,
We got backstage passes for every time the Misfits were in town.
dope.
So because of my Uncle Des, right? So
Uh-huh.
Uncle Des would be like, yeah, you come hang out, and I got to like meet Jerry Only, or Marky Ramone was playing for the
Got some
Misfits during that
connections,
time,
This guy.
right?
Mhm.
And I was just this little fucking kid,
Mhm.
like they would just
Soaking
be
it
hanging
up.
out,
Soaking it up.
and my parents would be like, hey, can you just stand right there, and then, real
Mhm.
quick, like you did this. I don't know if you know, but you did this,
Damn.
So I got to hang out with like the Addicts as a little kid, or go
That's
see
dope. I
DI.
I thought
or-
I was cool hanging out with the people that worked at IHOP, but whatever. You know what I mean? I swear, like, I get a free ice cream cone or whatever.
yeah.
But I was like, damn, being backstage was that's where it's at.
And being at your age, at
Yeah.
that time, you didn't know how
Yeah, no,
influential and like.
no, of course not. And then
Yeah.
I remember I was 10 years old and I got to go into my first pit because like my dad
He's
would
up-
always go in the
everybody's
pit.
swinging. He's just under everybody's arms.
My dad would be in the pit, and me and my mom and my siblings would just be upstairs, just watching down as my dad would do his thing.
Damn.
And then one day, my dad was like, "You want to come?"
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm taking my little brother. He's a year younger. You better come with me, homie.
Damn.
And then
That's
it was,
gotta be- how old were you say you were?
I was 10.
10.
So that show, my first pit was oh man.
Did you
it
get
was,
knocked? Did you get knocked around?
No, it was Frankie's Box of Toys
Uh-huh.
with a band called what's it? Orange.
Okay.
They're from Hollywood. And then it was DI. Then it was the Damned. And then the Misfits.
Sick.
That was my very first pit.
Damn.
And I remember going into it. It was for DI.
Mm.
It's when I went in, and my dad was like, "All right, so you see those big ass dudes, and they're Tongan, Samoan, big islander
Yeah.
fucking fools."
Yeah.
He's like, "They're mine," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I don't fuck with those guys. They're fucking huge, right?" And then he's like, "You see those guys?" And then there's these bald, white, fucking red suspended, fucking tattooed Nazi motherfuckers.
Mhm.
He's like, "That's you and your brother."
Ah!
And I'd be like,
Go ahead for those guys.
And me and my little
Damn.
bro were just like, okay, like let's go. And my dad started off with he called it the motorcycle arms.
Uh-huh.
So we would just be in his arms, like,
Yeah.
and he'd be in the pit like this the whole time, and it'd be like this force field of, like
Oh.
no one could get past it. We're these tiny little kids, And then eventually, like guppies, we got out of the force
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
you know?
Probably come back when it got a little dangerous. Like, oh, scoot back in here.
You know, real quick. And, my dad liked to chase the Samoans, the Islander fools. My dad was chasing them.
The biggest ones in the
You know,
pit.
and here me and my little bro, 2 little black kids with long hair, we're going after Nazis. We like punk them real quick, run away.
Dude, I kind of know that feeling because I just took my little brother to his first show and I pushed him into the pit for brujeria. So he's all like, he's telling me like, I'm scared. I was like,
You gotta go.
Have fun. And he was just good and he got a little lost.
I got to experience it with my oldest kid. I was like, we're at the Aquabats in Orange County. And I was like, all right, you ready? And I just did it. It's like motorcycle arms. And I just had him, just cradled.
Damn.
And we went through like the whole song.
I bet you, though, if people see that, they can respect it, too, where they go, all right, this guy's like, I mean, where they're going to bump you around, but they're going to keep him safe. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But they're like, fucking little man's in the pit.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Much respect, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're
It's making the next generation know what's up.
What's crazy about the music scene now, there's a lot of respect in the pit now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, if you fall down,
did somebody get you up?
The whole pit will
stop.
come and stop and come and pick you up.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, yeah, let's go have a good time.
Yeah,
that's good. No one's getting stomped on like back in the day when I was in it.
I was like 13 or 14.
Those fools be throwing blows.
And I got to go to my very first Psychobilly show. Mm-hmm. And so prior to that, this is like 3 or 4 years of being in the pit.
Yeah.
And like Psychobilly, I heard such scary fucking shit. Like these dudes wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which means that it's you and somebody else and you're just playing body in the pit the whole time. Just you and that person.
Ooh.
Just playing body. Yeah. Right? So I go to this, it was the Coffin Cats, was my first Psychobilly show. And prior to that, I'd seen Henry Rollins play in the Henry Rollins band. And he did this thing that I called it the chicken wing. So he jumped off stage, he threw his mic, and he grabbed somebody from the audience, and he put them headlock, and he took them around the pit the whole time for a whole solo, and then let them go and went back and continued like nothing happened, right? So I'm at this Coffin Cats show, and I'm all like, all right. I think I'm scared. I don't know. I'm tiny. I'm this little scrawny little kid. So I go, and the fattest fucking person I can find, I go and just...
You chicken wing him? Drag around the fucking thing?
No, but I'm the scared little kid, right?
Yeah,
so I blocked him, right? And now he's mad. He's pissed off. So he's body shots, just right in my rib cage.
Yeah.
But I'm not letting go. And then the song ends, and I let him go. Right? And then the next thing I know, his girlfriend or wife, I forget, but the next song happens and I'm around doing my thing, and she goes to straight sock me in the face, and I grab her fist and I take her with me too.
You're next.
Oh, shit.
So I have her read, we're going, the song's over, and I let her go back to her guy. And then I'm going. I'm just I'm about to head out to my friends, and the security guard grabs me. I kid you not, grabs me by the back of my shirt, and I just flew up, and then I got kicked out.
They basically Toy Story'd you.
Yeah. That was my first Psychobilly show. I was so amazed, scared, but stoked at the same time. Because I was expecting these fucking super hardcore Psychobilly dudes to kick my ass. Nice clean pompadours.
Yeah.
Fresh creepers.
Okay, Pony Boy style, let me whip the cone out.
Yeah, and fucking I go in, and I'm the one who got kicked out.
Well, yeah.
The security guard guy was like, "Hey man,
chicken winging people."
He's like, "You're too crazy, bro. You're being too. You gotta calm down, man."
Dude, I got arrested for mosh pitting at the original Misfits at Bank of California Stadium.
Really?
I got pushed into a couple.
Yeah.
Hit them, knocked their beer over. I just got bumped into them. Next thing I know, my homie's like, "Here, I'll buy you guys a beer." Next, an hour, 30 minutes later, here comes CHP. "Hey, bro, you're getting arrested for assault." What do I do? You push these people. And then because I worked for Caltrans, I started talking to them. They're all like, "You know what? Cool, you're good to go. And on the way up, a homegirl sees me and I'm in handcuffs, and they're like, I was like, can I take a picture? They're like, yeah, go take a picture real quick. They uncuffed me, let me take a picture with her. So it was a good experience though. I got arrested, got away, and I was like, but it's a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. And then that whole like going to venues with my parents, and then I learned how to play drums because my grandpa Ozzy, he was very heavily like jazz influenced.
Right.
So he was the first person to help jazz musicians tour from East Coast to West Coast.
Sick.
Because he was a part of he was a co-founder and owner of Savory Records Jazz Company. So, did my drumming, got my skills in, then I started a band and went straight to backyard shows.
That's sick.
Fucking.
That's sick.
And then I would play mostly LA. When I first started, it was like backyard Inglewood, East LA, South Central, a lot of South Central. And, hanging out with those punk gangs. They're fun. Like the 2TM punks in Inglewood.
Okay.
I played there a lot because they're like skateboard punk rock people. This would be way before Punk Rock Fight Club. Like those guys existed, but like they're more low key. That's when I discovered that there's such thing as punk gangs.
Oh.
I didn't know about that until I went to like backyard shows. I was like, oh shit, suicidals are a thing.
Dude, I learned the same thing once hanging out with my homies. They had their little clicks too, and I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. I thought gangs were just like, the cholo ball dude.
Yeah.
No. Gangs are just every race.
Shit, well, the Warriors weren't lying. They have the baseball Furies, and then your punk rock Furies.
Yeah. No, coming from the South Bay, right? There's a lot of like white punk rock gangs. Which I didn't realize that until like I was in high school. It's like, oh shit. Like white supremacy is a thing.
Oh, those red what do you call it, suspenders?
Yeah,
they mean something.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw them at venues, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't see them in my town.
Right. I know that's kind of
they
weird,
didn't front.
They do exist, but it's hard. You never really see them in public.
Yeah, they always hung out under their little rock, their tweaker pad or
come
whatever.
And they come out when the shows or whatever.
Yeah, bands like.
Agnostic Front.
Agnostic Front.
It's all red suspenders, red laces.
Or
it's not you,
what's that band that does "Fuck You"? That's why. It's on the tip of my tongue, but there's a couple bands where you're like, man, like why you do that?
Yeah. They all have an agenda or whatever they think they have.
But I see why they exist though. They help balance the circle of life.
I guess.
A bunch of scumbags. Hey,
scumbags.
Hey, for me, it's like, hey, I get somebody to beat the shit out of, and everybody's cool with it.
Shout out.
Fuck you. Nah, dude.
All right.
Shout out to the real folks.
I used to. Well, I grew up being in a ska band, right? And ska is supposed to be about like unity and brotherhood and like one love, which you could rewind back to like the Bob Marley, the Jamaican like house party style, right?
Irie.
I tripped out because someone once told me, I always thought skinheads were like racism, but then they told me, skinheads came from Jamaica?
Yeah.
And I never knew
Working
that.
class.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, no. And then like, for me being in the backyard scene, it was like, so the ska scene was ska core, is the genre. So it was like Spanish, like reggaeton with double bass.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, these dudes are talking about the same stuff as those mariachi bands, like literally the same stuff. You could be like, hey man, what was he talking about? I'm like, oh, he's talking about his ex-girlfriend who dumped him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, again?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
During the ska scene, I got big into that revolutionary ska, where they were talking about freedom, fighting, all the BS going on in all the other
You're talking
countries.
about Revolution, the band?
No, it was just like they were talking about revolutionary stuff, like the government and inequalities and stuff like that. Like, why can't we just all get together and help each other out?
Yeah, I used to giggle because that was like right around when like Donald Trump was starting to be president, right? Everyone's getting all super political, and then you had like Black Lives Matter and all these groups, and they're they have real serious issues, and I'm totally cool with it.
Mhm.
And I mean, like, dude, I'm black. I get it. And then half the time I'd be like, hey, man, well, wait, have you ever met them, though? Like, have you ever really been there?
Mhm.
Like, did you get to, like, experience hate?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I did. And I was scared as fuck. But let me tell you right now, like, I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
I still raise my kids. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not out there trying to break businesses.
Right.
Because
Right.
it goes back to how I feel about skateboarding, you know? Like, mom and pop shops, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I support mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I mean,
have
some of them
mad
have some
respect for
shithead
that.
owners. Some of them have some really great owners.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
But,
also what also is the stories that those owners where they come from
yeah.
to like notice that okay we have the freedom to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like create something that's
Yeah,
super
they're
dope,
they're
you
in
know?
charge of their scene in a way, you
Right.
know?
The
Yeah.
influence though, you know,
Kind of
from
like
what they're doing,
mhm.
what they do for the community,
Oh.
plus what you know they're teaching the youth.
Mhm.
That's where
Mhm.
it's at, you know.
Yeah, that's why I always say skateboarding and music, man, hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, you
all
know.
day.
I also I vote for equal hate.
Let's put a pin right there.
My bad.
Take a little break.
Restroom break.
Your restroom break. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now the backyard music scene was like a eye opener for me, I guess, you know, because I got to see all, I guess, the rebel youth, you know, and my parents were a part of their own version of rebel youth, you know, like for example, they fought for kids to be able to start driving at 16,
Oh, okay.
you know,
That's
or
dope.
you had to be 21 to vote, and now it's 18.
Right.
You know, it's like the tiny shit that you take for granted.
Right.
You know,
We never know who's behind it.
you know, like for example, when I was a kid, fucking all my homies were trying to fight to make weed legal. Fucking weed is legal.
We got it
That's
done.
that's my
Woo!
generation.
Shout out.
That's my generation of punk rockers.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm still waiting for it to go federal since I have a commercial.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So-
Unfortunately, he can't condole and indulge, but
It saddens me.
it
He
does.
celebrates, but he can't
Yeah.
indulge it.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, we work for those generation fights. You know, each
Mhm.
generation has their own reason to kind of like be themselves. You know,
Right.
To use their voice.
like we have kids nowadays who are trying to fight to be like individuals and like put labels on who they are or what they are as a person, right?
Everybody.
And that's
yeah.
and that's their fight, you know.
Mhm.
So you got to respect them for it. You got to be
Yeah,
like,
sure.
hey man, cool. You found your reason to be angry.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like
right.
I don't have to be angry because once I turned 21, I got everything I wanted.
Mm,
You know.
mm. A
And
lot
that's-
of a lot of
and-
things happen like that. Yeah.
They say like in the 70s there was a saying that you know, if once you turn 30, you are no longer a part of the youth.
Mm.
You know, because you have nothing in common with the kid who's 18, 19, 17,
that's
16,
all changed
15.
nowadays.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, if at 43, if I don't have anything in common with the youth, then why am I still skateboarding? Shit.
Dude, skateboarding.
I mean, I
is-
would say they have more in common with me.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, especially today, they're all trying to emulate us.
Yes. I mean, hey, to be honest, if you kids want to be out there still skateboarding till about 43, and I haven't stopped yet, I might be injured and,
Dude.
you know, have my days, but
Yeah.
it's never going to end for me.
Dude, Tony Alva is what, 67, 60?
If I could keep board sledding, I'm gonna be fine.
I got a team rider for my local skate shop, and he's 63, man.
Damn.
Keep going. You know, he skates Venice.
What's his name?
Greg.
Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
Yeah.
out, Greg, man.
What's up?
Out there,
Is he
63.
that
Real true.
that older dude that used to come out on Instagram all the time?
Yeah.
And he's-
Probably.
I remember seeing some
Oh.
older dude. And he just
Well, there's a few old guys out there that still skate. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? I follow a few. You know,
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know.
Or there's like the old lady skater. I don't know if you've seen her posts,
Mm-mm.
but
Was she the one that fought for cancer?
No, that one.
No.
She was doing a shove it.
Yeah, shoving
Uh-huh.
for cancer.
Yeah.
oh no, this is lady. She does like she does like the
Damn.
snake run and maybe like Bellflower skate park. She skates there a lot.
Well, I don't know how not sure if it's her, but I know Peggy Hill goes down there to Venice all the time. And
Oh yeah,
was
dude,
one of
she
the-
rads
she was one-
skates
she
too.
was
Dude.
the first female for Dog Count, I believe.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, Peggy Oki.
Yeah, or Peggy Ogi.
Yeah. I think she lives in Hawaii right now. Don't quote me. But
Well, it sounds like
she's
it.
she's a
Last name-
beast.
Yeah,
Last name sounds Hawaiian.
Yeah, she was one of the original like Z kids.
Yeah.
Dope.
Zephyr Girl.
Zephyr Girl, yeah.
The Zephyr
That's
Girl.
what it was,
Zephyr
Zephyr Girl.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
You know? More girls should skate hesh.
Oh, well, yeah.
They exist.
No, they exist. They
I mean,
exist.
dude, look at like the Dagger Crew. If you ever get a chance to like maybe YouTube them or just follow them on Facebook or Instagram because they don't post much
Okay.
because they're all like secret society. We
Ah.
don't want like if you got in, you know.
Ah.
But they're such
you know,
a
you know.
rad crew. Like they had
That's
a
what keeps them rad.
basic bowl contest. I think that was this past Saturday. Or not yesterday, not today Saturday, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, basic bowl. That shit was rad. And Dagger Crew fucking stole the show.
Dope.
Yeah, they ripped.
Dope. Well, my next question before we get out of here, I want to ask you: do you have any advice for any skaters coming up?
Oh man.
I believe you would have something to
Fuck
say.
yeah, I have a lot to say. You know, fucking.
Feel like open up another hour.
Ah,
Let's go.
Oh man. Keep your circle small.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, keep a smile on, dude. I am always laughing. It's so rare. I don't yell at my fucking kids. I want to sometimes, but I don't do it. It's not me.
You're a good dad.
Yeah,
then,
keep
man.
a smile, man, and keep your circle small.
Yeah.
That's how you stay out of trouble, stay having fun.
And keep the people in your circle, the people that you know that are, you know,
dude.
the real. You know what I mean? Because
Make family, not friends.
yeah, you know, people that you're gonna make lifetime memories with. You know,
Exactly.
that's what it's all about to me.
And if you walk like a duck and talk like a duck, you going to jail, bitch.
Quack quack. I see a quack quack up in here.
Quackity quack.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. Yes, sir. That's a good saying, man. And you know, dude, before we get out of here, we always do like a question, a crazy question, but we've been doing something different lately. Where you know, like I've been trying to think of different questions for people, but now I made up this bowl, and maybe you can pick one out of the bowl and see what we come up with. Let's see here. He's gonna
Or shuffle it around a little bit. I don't know if it was pre-planned.
Nah, nothing's pre-planned. It's just
Same 5 questions in here just in case.
no. I know that's it.
It's not 5, it's 100.
Oh shit. See.
What does that say?
See.
What celebrity would you hang out with if
What
you could?
celebrity would I hang out with if I could?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, dude, he's a drummer.
Uh-huh.
He's an avid Kings fan. I love Kings hockey.
Kings, go.
Go Kings,
Go
go.
Kings, go.
go.
Sad
Quack, quack,
about
quack.
the
You always
season.
The LAFC,
Huh?
the LAFC soccer team.
Yeah.
MLS.
Yeah.
Soccer wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the
no.
owner.
He's an owner?
He
Yeah,
is.
he's the owner. He's the owner of
That's
LAFC.
That's so sick.
LAFC.
Yeah.
Okay.
MLS
All right.
soccer team.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, no,
Will
dude.
Ferrell. What
I
would you
feel-
do with them? What would you
Dude.
do with them? Like just spending a day
Probably
with them?
do 1 or 2 nights of drinking. I feel like I would get stuck in like a hangover movie.
Either that or bring a stepbrother situation.
Yeah,
you
that
know.
would be funny.
Wake up with a tiger in the restroom.
Fuck yeah, you know.
I have another question just before we get out of here. Since you're in a band, if you can tour with anybody, if you can go on tour, who would you want to tour with?
Oh man, if I could tour with anyone, do they have to be alive now?
No, just
Oh, man.
just fantasy, you know, like
Oh.
yeah.
Because
Could even take it back in time.
because
if you like.
that would change my answer
Yeah,
completely. You know,
okay.
like for example, someone who's passed away that I personally would have loved to tour with would probably have been like
You wouldn't open, but you'd be second to open.
second. yeah. No, I don't.
You're not
Never.
first?
Nah.
Nah,
Second.
yeah.
Yeah, there'd be some band in front of it.
Yeah, somebody we
You
don't
know,
even hear of. And then,
Like my
and
uncle
then-
Des, he had Harry Carey was the band that always opened for him.
Mm.
It's a South Bay local band that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, that's
But,
why they were first open. They
it's-
should have taken advice.
Yeah, you know. No. see, probably Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's always a good one.
Uh-huh.
Talk about him.
Or Cream,
Mm.
Green.
because like Ginger Baker was one of my favorite drummers growing up.
Sick.
Legit.
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
That's-
Both good answers.
I got a question. My bad. High
Make
five.
it quick.
All right. Random question. All right. He asked a random question, but check it out. You're a family man, bro.
Mhm.
And if you could take a vacation with your family, where would you go and what would you do?
Jesus, now they're gonna hold him to this. You
Oh
dickhead.
yeah.
Future dreams. Future dreams.
Oh, dude, a cruise.
To
I've
take your
always
family.
wanted to take my family on a cruise.
Like a
Just-
like a ship?
Yeah,
drop
on a cruise
everything,
ship.
take your
Okay,
family.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Yeah.
I've also never been to Universal Studios.
One of those like
Hey,
well, that's cool. That's more doable for like a weekend for sure. But
yeah.
a carnival cruise or something that
Yeah.
everybody can go and enjoy, like
Yeah.
one of those. Even the, I hate to say it, but Disney
Yeah.
Disney cruises.
Hey.
They probably have something for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard the Disney's cruise have an adult time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure they
There's
do.
a time where like
I'm
kids
sure.
go down
Yeah.
and the parents get to enjoy themselves.
I'm sure.
I'm down.
Little sandals action over there. Oh, you don't know.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to take your
All right.
family somewhere?
Hell yeah, dude.
Shout out to the fam,
Mhm.
man. Always. You
Yeah.
always got to keep them involved.
If I wanted to take them out of country, I'd probably take them to Jamaica.
Mm.
Mhm.
There you
That's
go.
the only place out of country I've ever been to, and I had a blast.
That sounds dope. So if you're the family out there and you're watching this, tell Dad, we're ready to go to Jamaica.
We just built a skate park last year, so I could try it out.
So you might have to wait a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. Well, man, I want to thank you for joining us today. This is we're already at the end, Thank you for a lot of good stories, bro.
Yeah.
Good times. I'm sure we did a pretty good amount of time, and I want to thank you. And my head is spinning because we covered a lot today. Covered a lot, and I don't even think we went over everything. So we might have to do a part 2.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Let me know.
yeah. So
Come to my side of town.
oh, we will.
Here we come.
South Bay. Shout out them. Shout out to everybody. You have any shout outs for anybody?
Oh man, shout outs. Oh man, a lot. Let's
Mhm.
see, Soul Performance Skate Shop,
Mm-hmm.
Rat Beach Style Skateboard Wheels and Clothing, Western World, my buddy Adam Menorga's company in SF.
Shout out.
What's another fun one? Oh, Channel Street Association. Shout out to Channel Street for, helping me be the person I am today.
Shout out.
Dude, Jerry Only. He helped raise me as a musician and gave me a lot of influences. Oh man, my grandma Glow,
Shout out.
mom and dad,
Shout out to everybody that made him the man he is today. Yeah.
all of my kids.
Yes.
I'm gonna say their names real quick. Benjamin, Mackenzie, Emma, Hector, Patrick, and baby Aaron.
What's up, guys?
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for joining us again. Like I said,
Oh, and the wifey.
yes, of course, the wifey. You can't forget the wifey.
Let's plug in the grams too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got an Instagram?
Oh yeah, mine is Shawn Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my Instagram. My Facebook is Shawn Solomon, but it's got the same picture.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
Soul Performance Skate Shop or is another Instagram one you should definitely check out for good deals.
We'll leave.
Or Brogue Surf or Brogue Boards.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rat Beach Style Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave all those in the description below.
Yeah.
I want to thank my crew again. Victor out here and David Peralta
Yo.
holding it down. The Couch Boys. We have a special guest. I'm sure you heard him in the background. Gilly Nugs is in the house today.
Thankful.
Yes, sir. And thank you all for tuning in and watching us again, man. It's a big honor for everybody that really supports and likes our stuff. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm if you leave a comment. Just help us out, man. It really helps us out here to be on top.
We want a shoe sponsor.
Yeah, well, we want all sponsors. It don't matter, you know what I mean? Like, as long as they're legit and they have something to do with skateboarding,
Ultra cell batteries.
or if they have something to do with with manscaping, don't matter. We're all for it.
I can use it. I'm getting a little hairy.
You know, we're getting pretty hairy over here. So thank you everybody again for tuning in. Hit that all notification bell so you know when we're doing the damn thing. You can follow me on Instagram, OG_skate show. You can find all of us out there, and make sure to follow Where the Locals Skate, which you probably already do. But till next time, peace.